Back to back.
Yep. Welcome everyone to episode 144 of the Looks Like a Movie podcast. My name's Kevin. I'm here with Doug and Owen, and today we are talking about two movies, Hamnet and Jay Kelly. But first, as always, we can talk about what we watched this past week. Owen, would you like to go first this week? You're in a different box. I didn't realize that I forgot to move you guys. Doug, if you're watching this,
If
Doug
you're
will have,
watching this, you're not gonna
you're not
know
going
what
to
the
know what's
fuck.
going
You
on,
shouldn't have said
but
that.
Yes, we're now
that's okay.
talking
We're allowed to pull back the curtain sometimes.
like the Wizard of Oz. A couple weeks
Yes,
too late. I watched
Oh, and what did you watch?
Unbreakable.
Okay.
I rewatched Unbreakable. That movie's really good. I think it's like slowly kind of climbed a little bit up. I've adjusted my M Night rankings a tad. I think that movie's really, really good. I think originally, I remember maybe 4 years ago, um, when I was not as smart. I think I was this. I was really into I thought the Split was really good, like the best of that three. And now I'm
Mm,
that's the worst of
Kinda
the
like my least
three. Yeah,
favorite.
exactly. I was like, well, because I mean, you're captivated really by that James McAvoy performance.
Yeah.
It's very flashy. I still like that movie and like that performance, but I really love Glass and I really love Unbreakable a lot. And I really love Bruce Willis. That movie's fantastic. So I rewatched that, and then I watched Hamnet, and then I watched Hamlet.
Oh, there you go.
Yo, from 1948. That movie's kind of the best movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of unreal. And I discovered this letterbox list that Doug made where he was like, "I'm gonna watch all the Hamlets before Hamnet," and then he didn't do that. So I thought
Yeah.
I'm
Doug
fucking
loves to give himself a
busy.
no,
project that
but
for a podcast and
yes,
then not
that's
commit to the
Yeah,
podcast.
I didn't fucking tell you guys about it, okay? So I
Okay,
didn't
that's
like. I was
no, I know,
that's true.
but I
That's
just think
true.
it's very Doug.
Yeah.
But
okay. Okay.
that
Okay.
Would Doug like the movie,
oh
Hamlet?
yeah, I really like it.
No.
It reminded me a lot of the Bela Lugosi Dracula. Really beautiful sets and gothic kind of dark shadows, and it's really gorgeously shot and directed, and then it's
Yeah, it's like one
Hamlet.
of the original actor vanity
Yeah,
projects.
it's very
Yeah.
funny. It's this. I haven't seen the Kenny B, but I do plan on watching that version. But it's funny with the Laurence Olivier version, and then both being like, "I'm gonna direct Hamlet and be Hamlet," and it's very very funny. But
Yes.
you know, adored that movie's really really fucking good. And then I watched Atonement, which was really
Oh,
interesting. The editing in that movie is kind of crazy. It's really
yeah.
cool. Really beautiful movie as well. I did not know what that movie was about at all.
It's yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It's pretty sad.
It's very yeah. I don't know because I'm like okay, I had Pride and Prejudice in my mind, and then Atonement is a different shift for Joe Wright. But that movie's really good as well.
Have you guys heard about Joe Wright's show at all?
The
Because
Mussolini
apparently
show,
that thing is really good.
the Mussolini
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, apparently it's, like, really
No,
good.
I haven't heard of anyone who has seen it.
I've seen people tweet about it, and everybody who I've seen tweet about
Well,
it
it's
is
the
like, "This shit
actually
rocks."
Yeah,
Mussolini. I
yeah,
Yes,
thought
about
you were
yeah,
thinking about
Mussolini,
something else. So it's actually
and
about
yeah,
Mussolini.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
yes, and apparently it's, like, really
Interesting.
good, and I'm like, "Joe Wright's kind of an interesting guy." He's made some stinkers, but, like,
Yeah.
he's like
I listened to his Roger Deakins episode, and I thought he's an interesting character.
yeah.
But
When he's good.
yeah, but there's some really weird movies in his filmography. Like
Yes.
the Peter Pan movie with Hugh
Or
Right.
is all
Serrano,
time bad.
the
But
Yeah,
I
sometimes they're just
really,
like
really like Pride and Prejudice and Atonement.
yes, and
Those are
Atonement,
really
yeah.
good.
Are you gonna watch Anna Karina next?
Yeah, I
Owen,
think
you think?
so. I saw your review and it made me laugh because you're
Yeah, that's where I after that I kinda tapped out. I was
yeah,
like, I'm
yeah,
never trying this again. So
fair.
I don't
Yeah.
But
know.
have you seen other things or just
I've
that?
seen
Okay,
I've
okay.
seen Pride and
Yeah.
Prejudice.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, Atonement's really interesting. The there's a lot of I don't know, the editing in that movie is interesting. I gotta I've been thinking about the editing in the movie. And then I rewatched Crimes of the Future. which I hadn't seen since it came out, and that movie's so good. That movie's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really interested in Cronenberg in general, but like this late era is really fascinating.
of
Like this in the
course.
shrouds and stuff. I don't know. I also I like this is the performance that everyone gives in this movie is really good. But like specifically Kristen Stewart's performance is, like,
Yeah.
so interesting, and she's
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 yes,
so good in that movie,
I've been saying
and
that.
she's
Yes.
doing such, like, a specific, like, who the hell has ever given this performance? And I don't know, I don't know, she's only in it for, like, hair of the movie, but it's, like, the craziest
I
fucking
I
thing in my life.
wonder how much of her performance is
Like, what
are
she's
decisions that
bringing,
she's
yeah,
making individually as an actor, and how much of it is like either
mhm.
being directed or like even in the script. Because
Yeah,
she is
yeah,
playing like that character as like the most anxious version of
mhm.
that character.
Yeah,
And I don't think that character has to be like that
well, she's supposed to be
necessarily.
like a little weird character that people are
Yeah.
like, "What the heck is going on?" But she goes to and it really I mean, it works in that kind of super heightened, like, fucked up future where everybody's kind of a little odd, so for her to, to stand out, she has to be, like, super, super odd, but I don't know, I adore that performance. And then I watched Jay Kelly, so that was my
Jay
that was
Kelly.
my,
Jay
uh
Kelly.
Jay
Um,
Kelly.
I'll hop in here.
okay, yeah. Why
What did I
why don't you?
watch? I I watched okay, I have been trying to catch up on movies from this year that I was behind on. So I watched a Netflix documentary called The Perfect Neighbor, which I think
Yeah.
was I don't know if it was Sundance or what festival it was at, but it was a very acclaimed
Yeah, it's pretty
documentary at a
popular.
whatever festival. And it was like heartbreaking. I mean, it's also like a pretty I think for a majority of it is a very well made documentary, and then it kind of like leans into the true crime stuff a little bit in a
Yeah.
way that I'm not crazy about, because when you think of true crime, you think of like, serial killer type stuff, which is like
Like
also
Dateline.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like also insensitive, but in this case, it is about like like a racist hate crime.
Right.
And then the last like 30 minutes of the documentary like very heavily focus on the person who did the crime. And I'm just like, I don't know, like the person's just like evil and racist. You know what I mean? Like I don't know that I like need this like to see them do their like police interview, right? And like show how like dark and fucked up. But like I'm like, I don't care, dude. Like it's like of course they're just an evil racist person. I don't know. I'm not totally getting a lot out of that.
Yeah.
And I wish the documentary was like a little bit more sensitive to that idea. So I don't love that part of it. But everything like leading up to that is really good. And then there is some stuff that is I'm even like I know that the victim of this crime, her mother wanted this footage to be in the documentary, but it is like really, really fucked up. Like it is like the woman who dies in the documentary. The whole documentary is shot using police body cam footage, and then right after she dies, they insert in the documentary police body cam footage of her like little kids finding out that their mother just died,
Yeah.
and it is awful, dude. Like it is like like the hardest I have cried at anything maybe in my whole life. Like I would it was it's so like to see that is like so fucked up. And I just like I felt so wrong watching it. I was like, this is terrible. But yeah,
No, that
it's
sounds really cool. I'll check that out. That
all
sounds
right.
awesome.
No, but it is worth watching. Like it's it's a good documentary. It's just it's hard to watch. I watched a movie that Owen really loved this year, Happy End,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
uh, which was fucking awesome. It
Yeah,
was
that's one you
so
missed
good.
at New York Film Festival.
Yeah, I wish I got to see it. Well, it's funny because that was like that was the first New York Film
Yeah, that
Festival
was,
we
like,
went
7 years
and
ago. It
it came out this
finally
year.
came out.
And yeah, I was just like, I mean, the whole time I was watching it, I was like, "Yeah, I probably should have seen it at when we were at New York
Yeah.
Film Festival."
No, it was
It's
awesome.
really fucking good. If you're listening to the pod, and I guess now that all 3 of us have seen it, we could all give it a stamp of approval. It's
Yeah,
definitely
thumbs
something
up.
that you should seek
Yeah,
out.
looks like a movie stamp of
It's
quality.
awesome. Yeah. I also, because of our conversation about train dreams last week, I decided to watch The New World, a Terrence Malick movie, for the first
Oh
time
shit, I didn't
because
see that.
Better
I
or worse than
yeah,
Train Dreams?
you're not gonna believe this.
Yeah,
It's definitely
yeah.
better.
That is
Um,
also the one that's definitely the most similar to.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I was thinking about it a lot. Well, because I was kind of like, I think I've talked to you guys about this before, but it's like I I was probably planning on saving Tree of Life for last, a movie that I still
Oh,
haven't seen. I
wow.
was like, I think I'm gonna watch that
You need to
movie.
watch that
I
movie.
know, but I was like,
That's
I
so
think I'm gonna watch that
crazy.
movie after I've seen a bunch of his other movies.
I was not aware of that
And so
information.
and I have both Tree of Life and The New World on Criterion, so I kind of like pulled them both out because of our conversation, and then I was like, I'll just flip a coin, and I flipped a coin,
Oh,
and it
wow.
landed on The New World,
Wait,
and I
I
just
know
put
that
them
we
on
have like
Criterion.
super limited time, but I
Um,
need to investigate your Terrence Malick relationship just a little bit more. So,
okay.
have you only seen like his pre woke era? His
It's pretty okay.
like have you only seen like the three movies
Well,
that
you've
came
seen a
out
Song to
before the New
Song,
World?
right?
I've seen Song to Song, and I've seen Knight of Cups.
That's crazy. This is crazy.
My
I've seen
he dang, man,
Badlands,
that's
Days of
he's
Heaven.
skipping
I've
around.
seen Badlands, Days of Heaven, The New World, Knight of Cups, and Song to Song.
I
I
think
haven't seen The Tree of Life or The Thin Red Line.
so. The thing people always ask, like somebody in our Discord just asked, like, "Oh, is this movie like a good like? Oh, they're playing this Bergman movie in theaters. Is this a good Bergman movie to
Yeah.
like kind of see as my first, right?" And like for directors, like most directors, I would say like, oh, usually it doesn't matter, like, oh, you want to watch this movie, you should watch that movie. I think Terrence Malick is one of the few guys where it's like, yeah, having a little bit of discretion when you like approach his work might be good because like his eras, his like two fucking
Yes.
eras are so distinct and different.
Yeah.
Um,
But the problem is that I
You can't go
encountered
back,
him
man.
in an unnatural way
Can't go
already. Like
back.
I had to watch Badlands in school,
right.
and then I
And that's like
watched
one of his
I
worst
don't
movies.
Okay,
I
you can't. People will
that's a
kill you for
crazy thing to
that.
say, but I also
Dude,
will say
I love that movie.
that's
it's
that's crazy,
it's
but
the
I also
truth.
will say of the 5 I've seen, it's probably my
It's
least
not
favorite.
bad. I'm not saying it's bad.
But also
Uh,
the other 4 I've seen are so good. I don't know. It's tough.
I
I'm
have
not
like
like
I have like every single one of his movies rated so high, so I can't.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's tough. But anyway, just to quickly go back to the New World because I'm trying to not talk forever.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that was my first it was my first time watching it, and it was really, really good. I texted Owen like immediately after, and I was like, I don't know what I was expecting. I feel like I knew what I was expecting in the sense that like I know how he makes movies,
Yeah.
but I didn't
It's such
realize
an
like
awesome, like, setting to put his kind of
yes,
way that
exactly.
he
Like
films movies in.
it kind of felt like the perfect story for him to tell.
The New World is so great, obviously, but it's interesting in his oeuvre because it is this transitionary thing where it's
Yeah.
like it is him making kind of like a traditional like Hollywood film and the way that he would, right?
Yeah.
But you're like seeing him transition into being interested in like this like the physical spaces and the whispers and the hands in the grass and the poetry and stuff, right? It's him transitioning into that.
Mhm.
And then the Tree of Life is like we're fully into
Fully
we're
committed.
abandoning
Yeah,
genre.
I'll just watch The Tree of Life next, Doug. I'll do it. I'm
It's the
sorry.
next movie that came out after
Yeah,
the New
what even
World.
else would
It
what else
is.
would you even
Yeah.
Yeah.
watch at this point?
Well, it's either
Like,
that
are
or
you
The
gonna
Thin
watch
Red
To the
Line.
Wonder next?
No,
Like, what do you?
it's
Yeah,
either that or The Thin Red Line. It's
Oh,
just
fuck,
like
you know,
one or
who
the other.
cares?
I would like that movie,
Sure,
first
it's
of all.
probably good.
I
Let's
haven't
not
seen it.
Probably
It's
good.
probably
let's
really
not
good.
I
discard
Yeah.
that
haven't
movie.
seen
I
it.
think I would like that one.
All I
What
know
about
about
you?
that
Have
movie is
you
that
seen Days of
guys
Heaven?
got to the, like, theater and
Yes,
they
I've
were
seen
like,
Days of
"Where is
Heaven.
my
I
part?"
really like Days of Heaven. That movie is, like,
I haven't seen that one
beautiful.
either. I just,
That
like,
I
movie's
like that
really
one.
good.
keep Night of Cups on loop, I think. I just I think that's how
Yeah.
I'm right.
I'm gonna skip over a movie directed by somebody on this podcast and go
Okay, go ahead.
and go to Five Nights at Freddy's 2,
There's
which is a movie that also came out this
also
weekend,
directed
but
by
not
someone on
the
this
one.
podcast.
Yeah, but not the movie we're talking about this week.
Hmm.
But Doug,
Yeah,
you
Doug
said
saw
you
it,
were gonna
right?
see this, and did you
I
not see
did.
it?
I did say I was going to see it, and
Uh,
then did not see it.
wait,
That
Yes.
is what
Okay.
happened.
I keep
Um,
seeing TikTok
Yeah,
videos.
good for you, dude. I mean, like, you know what's crazy is like so what happened was I was seeing this movie because I was seeing it with my friend, and then like a couple hours before the movie, my friend texted me and was like, "Hey, I'm sick. I'm not gonna make it."
Oh.
And I like
Go to see Five Nights at Freddy's 2 alone.
yes,
The
but only because
saddest
I was
thing
like
I've ever heard.
because I was like, you know what I mean? Like I already had the ticket. I like I
But you
my
have
night was
A-list.
already. No, I know. I also could cancel it, but it's like my night was already like planned around going to see this movie with my friend, and it was like 2 hours before the
Yeah,
movie,
well,
and I was already like getting dinner before I was going to see the movie. I was like, you know
you're
what? Like
pre-gaming Five Nights at Freddy's too.
I was like, no, like I was just eating dinner before. Like
Oh,
anyway, I was like, I'm not gonna do anything else. Like I'll just go
Wait,
watch the movie.
did you like go out and eat dinner alone?
No, 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 no,
yeah, you had
no.
dinner reservations
I,
and stuff.
No, I'm saying like I'm saying I had like planned my dinner schedule around the fact that I'm eating right before I go to the movies because I
Mm.
didn't want to be hungry during the. So I was like already on my way to get food when he texted me, and I was like, I'll just eat and go to the movie. Like it's fine. So I watched the fucking movie, and it was like in the theater full of people who really like Nights at
Did you see
Freddy's.
Freddy?
And Freddy.
Freddy Fazbear in
Yeah, when
person.
Oh,
I saw the movie, 2 seats next to me was Five Nights at Freddy's, like the whole
like in a full costume. That's
Yeah, people were
great.
showing up in like animatronics,
yeah,
No, nobody showed up in like a
cosplay,
full
yeah,
suit. Many people showed up with like
merch
merchandise
on.
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they would
that's
have like
less
a,
terrifying,
like
I think.
right, that is like it's like a little more normal. It's still like a little bit. I don't think it's weird if you like wear a certain outfit to the movie theater, but if you're like bringing items along with you, like people are like bringing like plushies,
Mm.
like a Five Nights at Freddy's like teddy bear. I'm like, you don't need to like bring that to the movie. Like just wear a
Yeah.
t-shirt.
I mean,
You know what
hey,
I
man,
mean?
they're going to the movies. I
It
keep
just
it
feels a little bit
alive,
obnoxious.
Yeah,
one
Ted
plushie at a
Saran, you
time.
never take this away from them.
Okay.
They walk to the cinema
The
with that plushie.
It's a bad movie, is the point. It's like a really
It's
bad
making
movie.
hella dough.
But in what way? Give like a little taste
It's just
though.
like a fan movie. It's like a movie made for people who play the game and like nobody else. It's like not made with like being a movie in
You're
mind.
saying
Like
that
it's like
Matthew Lillard's performance couldn't save it?
Damn, you're
no,
just like Quentin
no. I'm just like Quentin
Tarantino.
Tarantino. I love Matthew Lillard, but no, I don't. He's not doing his best work in Five Nights at Freddy's. I hate to break it to Matthew Lillard
Damn.
fans.
Is it better or
Uh,
worse than the first one?
I when I left the theater immediately, I was like, I almost wanted to say it was better, and then I thought about it for 2 seconds, and I was like, I just feel the same way about both of them. I don't like
Mm.
they're just the same movie to me.
Will you see Five Nights at Freddy's 3 in theaters?
Yes,
I feel like the
Okay.
first one's almost a movie.
the
Like,
second one is like it's really dumb. It's really dumb. Like it's stupid. They like the only thing that would like maybe make it more entertaining for the average person is that they just like it's like full of jump scares. Like the first one was like not really trying to be a horror movie. I don't know, like it just wasn't very scary. This one, it's just like every single scene in the movie it exists to be a jump scare. So if that like interests you, I guess
Doug
go
would
watch
love
Five
this movie.
too.
I might never see the movie, but I have a question about it.
Okay.
Megan Fox
Yes,
plays Chica in the
Wait,
film.
what?
she does.
How major is Megan Fox's role in the
Pretty
film?
significant.
Like she does like a lot of lines. Like
Chica is the most significant animatronic in this movie.
okay,
I will say.
so Megan
I
Fox is like actually like acting in the film. Like she has like
and she's speaking. It's not
okay.
I don't
No,
again.
like
Similar
legitimately,
to
that's what I
Matthew
was like.
Lillard,
Yeah.
I don't think it's her best work. I don't think that Megan. If you're a Megan Fox fan, I don't think you need to go watch Five Nights at Freddy's
How are the
too.
Megan Fox fans doing these days?
I probably not well.
Uh, she did that
Anyway,
other movie.
last night I meant to rewatch Jay Kelly, but I was at my girlfriend's apartment and we struggled to get it on Netflix, and so we watched Fargo.
What do you mean? What do you mean you struggled? What do you mean you
I
struggled?
couldn't log into my Netflix. I couldn't log into my Netflix, and she
Okay.
doesn't have Netflix, so it was not possible. And then we
Okay.
just we watched Fargo instead. And I like Fargo a lot. I think that movie's really funny.
Have you seen the TV show?
No, but my girlfriend loves the TV show, and she wants me to watch it. And after rewatching the movie, it's been a while since I've seen the movie. So after rewatching the movie, I was like, the show might be fun. I might watch the show.
I thought of the Coens
Anyway,
today.
did you?
Yeah, when
That's
watching Jay Kelly.
Okay. Well, oh, Jesus fuck. Anyway, the point is, because I watched Fargo instead of Jay Kelly, you guys will have to refresh my memory a bit because I double checked, and the
Okay.
last time I saw Jay Kelly was September 30th.
Yeah, and I remember you beaming
It's been yeah, I loved it, but I just it's not fresh in my mind
Okay,
like it
yeah,
is for you guys.
I
You just
watched
watched
it
it like 2 hours
10
ago.
minutes ago.
I had a full
So
experience watching it. So
yes.
Oh,
it's kinda
Anyway, then I rewatched Hamnet, which we'll also talk about. Douglas, take it away.
oh shit! I watched freaking.
dude,
I lost my diary page.
there's
I
only 3
lost
of us.
Dick
Doug.
Tracy.
Oh, boy.
Oh right.
Let me put you guys on to fucking Dick Tracy, a movie that I somehow like.
Okay.
What a tremendous blind spot. Where is he? Where is he going? First going to the bath.
He needs
Oh no, he's gonna use Dick Tracy trading cards. I think.
use Dick Tracy trading cards?
Yeah, he texted me about this. Yeah, I
What the
watched.
fuck?
Yeah, Dick Tracy, a movie directed and starring
We have
Warren
been meaning to
Beatty.
watch this for a long time.
I didn't fucking know about it. I don't know how I didn't know about it.
Yeah. There's
Yeah, I
Dick.
fucking knew it. Yeah. Kevin's holding up Dick Tracy trading cards for the movie Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Still wrapped in their package too.
Wow.
No, that's actually so swag. This movie is so amazing. It's literally without going too long on it. Here's my pitch for Dick Tracy 1990. It is a Warren Beatty picture. So it stars Warren Beatty, directed by Warren Beatty. It is
I'm already
I
watching.
love that
You
guy.
don't even
I
have to
love
say
that
the rest.
guy.
Al Pacino is the villain of the film. He's literally in full prosthetic makeup, acting like the Penguin from Batman. Madonna is like the interesting, like kind of like love triangle angle of the film. She is incredible. She and Warren Beatty were dating during the production of this feature film, and also it is shot by Vittorio Storaro, who one of the greatest cinematographers of all time. This work that he's doing in Dick Tracy is literally like it's him kind of gearing up for one battle, or it's not gearing up. It's him doing
One
like
battle after another.
shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! God damn it! Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, Dick.
It is
He was
literally him
preparing
doing
for so long.
like one from the heart, like shot compositions. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Not exactly. One from the heart is very much more experimental than this is, but it's like the movie looks unbelievable.
He was preparing
like,
for A Rainy Day in New York.
Yeah, he was preparing for what's that other one he did that came out this year or whatever?
He did the new one.
Yeah, he did the new one too. What's it called?
Coup de Chance.
What's it called? Yeah, Coup de Chance. Yeah.
Dang.
Oh,
Yeah, he shot the shit out of that movie.
So yeah, Dick Tracy. I watched Dick Tracy. I watched your guys' movie. I watched Laura Croft Tomb Raider.
Really?
Yeah. I rewatched this film. This was
I didn't see that.
big. Well, I kind of I forgot to log it. So I logged it right before I started recording.
Hiding information from me.
You're not a hashtag real letterbox user.
Yeah, you hate.
I log everything I see, brother. That's more than most people.
That's true.
This movie was really big for me as a kid. I like really loved this movie a lot as a kid. And I still like it quite a bit. But I don't know. I like it a lot. I think that it's really good. But it's like not, but it's I don't know. Something about like this era of like just like boy movie, like dumb boy action movie. We need it back, bro. We're like something culturally is missing. And you know what? You could say like, I don't know. Maybe we don't.
What would the closest comparison be?
The closest comparison? Well, because like I think that like
modern day, like what's like the today's equivalent?
We don't have it anymore.
No, it's like but okay, for like because when I think about like this is like for like 15-year-old boys, I think, right?
Sure.
So something, I mean,
yeah,
it's tough. I don't know what do you think? Like, because I think that this Laura Croft movie, it's like the same demographic as like the first Transformers movie, you know?
Yeah, they don't make those.
They don't make stuff.
Yeah,
like
they definitely don't. Well, they do make new Transformers movies, but they definitely don't make them.
But it's not the same though.
No,
the new Transformers movies are, it's different.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know. I'm looking at movies. I really don't know. Like, it seems like.
Yeah, comment below what the.
Well, no, because I'm serious. Without again, there's like a sex element to the.
Yeah, they don't really sell sex to kids.
That isn't the thing anymore. It's like they're not. So there's not like a sexual. You don't like because Laura Croft like a big part of the film is the fact that Angelina Jolie is very beautiful,
Hmm.
right? That's like a big selling point of the film, and that's not like a selling point of action films anymore.
Yeah,
No,
I
because
felt bad when
that's why we
I
just get John Wick,
Yeah, and I love John Wick, but
but
it's like,
he's not selling the same thing.
yeah, it's
yeah,
just different. The culture is like moved on. I wonder if we're gonna get back to that, but I doubt it. It's interesting. But yeah,
No.
and then I watched the movies we're talking about this week. It wasn't a big week for me, but I've been watching some TV shows. So
right.
TV.
I've also been watching some TV shows.
TV.
Oh, I didn't even
What's
talk
what?
about it,
Owen, you're
guys.
watching The Pit, so chill
No,
out.
I said what? What are you watching? What TV?
I'm still watching Twin Peaks. I'm almost done. And I watched the first episode of Cerberus
Oh,
and
did you hear about
or
the fridge thing that was going on?
the advertisement
Yeah,
on the fridge.
and some like she had to be hospitalized because she thought like
Oh,
the fridge
yes,
was.
I did
Every
hear
week
about
we bring up some random tweet on the podcast.
So it's
Yeah.
crazy. People are getting scared of the tweet on their fridge, not the tweet, the ad. People have ads on their fridges. It's not good.
I think what's scary is people having ads on their fridges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What is going on?
my
I think
fridge
I did
is
this last
bad.
week also, but the chair company,
Yeah, I need to watch
I
the
so
chair.
good.
I
Actually,
just
I
see all
promised
It's
those
so
faces.
good.
I
It's
promised
so fucking good.
Kevin that I would watch the chair
Like
company.
I'm scared that you're gonna watch it and be like, "This is
Did
stupid,"
you
but
see
like
the
I
Tim Robinson
genuinely
movie?
love it. Yes, Friendship?
No, Doug.
Oh,
No,
duh.
No, Doug.
I think I'd like that. I wanted to watch
That's a
it, but I was
funny movie.
moving when it was in theaters. I
I
was like,
Yeah.
so I missed it.
it's very like it's kind of like it goes hand in hand with the chair company like really well. Like they're like,
Yeah,
but
no, I
also
probably like it.
the chair company takes friendship like way further.
Yeah, yeah.
I really like. I think you should leave. Like, I think that's really
Oh,
Yes.
funny.
then
So I
yeah,
think,
Yeah.
you
oh,
did
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
Yeah, this is like a little bit. This is like the chair company gets very surreal. Like it gets fucking weird. Like and in a very fun way. I think you guys both would actually like it.
Yeah, I probably
But
would, but you know, it's just
too busy
busy
watching the
watching the
pit.
pit.
too
Too busy watching
watching.
the pit.
True.
Okay, let's talk about this week's movies, and I would
What
imagine
order?
we want to start with Hamnet, but I don't know if you want to do the same thing we did last week,
Jake,
where
I mean,
you
we just watched
propositioned
Jay
that.
Kelly. I feel like it makes sense to
Yeah,
like
you did just watch Jay
get it
Kelly.
right out of my system.
We could do either. I don't think it
Let's
matters.
Jay Kelly it.
Let's
Okay.
Jay Kelly it up, sure. I mean, it's more accessible for listeners of the pod because it's just streaming now. So,
Also, the less major film. I think less people care about Jay Kelly than him, probably.
sure.
Yeah,
I think
Netflix.
way more people will end up watching Jay Kelly.
Yeah, the
than
numbers. They
You
say
think?
it's a
Seriously?
everyone. You have to do
Definitely.
the math. It's like 2-person household. Then you do the
If you're
you
like,
do the thing. It's like
if
1
you're like
billion people have seen Jay Kelly.
if you're like an over like 40-year-old, over 50-year-old who watches Netflix at home every night and you open Netflix and see the advertisement for Jay Kelly with George Clooney on it, like you're gonna click play on that
Well, I
movie.
saw
There's so many other movies.
one of the guys I follow on Twitter. He posted like a still from the not still. He took a picture of his fucking TV of like the of how it shows up on Netflix. And
That's
it's like the shot. It's like one of the two shots where Laura Dern, Adam Sandler, and George Clooney are all in the same frame together, and like that's
so
just the
on
thumbnail on
Netflix. It
Netflix.
says gems for you. Face Off, Jay Kelly, Francis Ha, and then the Diddy documentary.
Yeah,
So
jam for you.
That's
We're not talking about the Diddy documentary this week. Jay Kelly
this
is
week.
is Noah Baumbach's new movie. Like I said earlier, watched it at New York Film Festival, and I think all three of us, maybe I'm wrong because I feel like perhaps Doug was optimistic about this movie, but I feel like at some point this year, all three of us were kind of like very dismissive of this movie.
Yes.
And then I saw it at New York Film Festival and I just like ate my words very fast.
No, yeah,
I just had it was like a hoot. I don't know what I expected, but this was not the movie I expected. Um
interesting.
and in the way that like it was the movie I expected in some ways, but I wouldn't like my thought would not be that I was going to get very emotional at Jay Kelly.
Mm.
Like in other ways it was very much the movie I expected, but like I was kind of like really like really emotional in the theater watching Jay Kelly. And it's interesting because I like right after I watched or I don't know which one of the two I watched first, but whichever one I watched second, I left and I was like, "Oh, Jay Kelly is just like sentimental value." Like they're like because of the father part, you know. They're
Okay.
like they're like fathers in the industry,
No,
like
this is
they're like
it.
dad fathers in the industry.
Everyone's saying this. Yeah, Jay Kelly
Yeah.
is like sentimental value. Like, duh.
Yes.
It's
Well,
it's
Owen
it's
just made a face as if I was
No,
like
I
saying
know. That's
something
why I had to
crazy.
defend you from Owen. It
Um,
is like sentimental. The whole movie's about how this famous person in the industry is a bad dad.
yeah,
That's exactly what sentimental
Okay,
yeah.
value
yeah,
is
I
about.
get
It's like
it.
literally the
Sure,
same exact
fine.
plot. Anyway,
It's bad.
I yeah,
So I
Owen
was
doesn't like it being
pessimistic.
compared to sentiment. What did you say, Doug?
I was pessimistic about the movie as
Yes,
well
yeah,
as you guys. But I, unlike you guys, knew was I was going to like it because I like every Noah Baumbach Netflix movie.
Uh,
This
yeah,
Netflix era Noah
specifically,
Baumbach, there's not a single movie he's made
oh
in this
my,
Netflix era that I dislike, including
right.
Jay Kelly. So I just knew. I just knew.
yeah, jeez.
Do we start with the
What's the
positive or do
Netflix?
we
When
start
does the
with the
Netflix
negative?
era begin? Marriage
It's the
Story?
no, the Meyerowitz stories
Oh,
is
Oh,
his
that's
first.
right. I still
Yeah.
have to watch
that one's not
that.
good either. Also
Yeah,
about
well,
being a bad
likely.
dad or like something
Okay, so
like
maybe
that.
it
I
is
think
good.
this said something like that.
Yeah, it does
It's
to
about
do with a
like
dad.
family problems and
Yeah, that's
Right.
like all of his shit, bro.
yeah.
It's like all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this shit's it's yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Doug, let's talk about why we like the movie.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
get into
fucking
that.
Jay Kelly it up.
Yeah,
I'm
let's take
somewhat of
Kelly
a Jay Kelly myself.
Yeah, talk about
Yeah,
that.
what do you mean by that? Let's unravel this
I don't know.
discussion.
I but I like the movie start, bro. Jay Kelly. Okay, so here's what happens.
Mhm.
I torrent the movie as I do with every movie I watch. Um, and then I sit down at my
Kinda
computer.
looks
Sometimes I
way
watch
better
movies on my
like
TV,
that.
but I sit down on my computer and I press play and the movie's starting, and the opening scene where it's Adam Sandler's on the phone with Greta Gerwig, Lois, his wife, and he's like, just walking around having like whatever problems, and they're on set for this movie, and like there's a million people walking around, and the camera's just roaming around everybody on set, and like I'm like getting a little emotional. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a movie. And then we cut into Jay Kelly, George Clooney, not cut in. We push into Jay Kelly, George Clooney doing the final take of him dying in this
Yeah.
movie that they're doing,
Yeah.
right? And at this point, I'm like, kind of crying a little
Mhm.
bit.
Mhm.
And then the movie keeps going, and there's like two other times, right? It's like kind of cry, and I'm like, oh man, Jay Kelly, there's a lot going on with you, bro. You have a rich interiority about you, and
Right.
and I'm like, this movie is a little complex. The emotions at play here are there's kind of a lot going on, and I
Yeah.
liked and I'm yeah.
I was also won over by the character of Jay Kelly. I was surprised at how much Mr. Kelly charmed me. I don't think I cried in the opening of the movie though. I think it took me a little while for it to grow on
Did you
for
cry?
really to in the movie like in general.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
I first of all, when at the festival, like when they were playing like at the end of the movie, not to spoil it since some people might just be watching it on Netflix, but
Yeah, they're watching it on
when
their
they
other screen.
play well, no,
The
I'm
second
kidding.
Picture in
one.
picture mode while watching our
Maybe like
podcast.
someone listen like I'm saying it just came out. Maybe someone's listening to this and hasn't watched it yet. Anyway, uh when they do the like montage at the end, I like his tribute, like was trying to not cry too much because I knew nobody around me was crying. Like I
Yeah.
was like, I know that this is only doing it to me. And so I was like trying to like cover my tears because I didn't want like to be the only like sentimental value at New York Film Festival. I was like, oh, I could cry,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like everybody like I
They were
heard
handing out
people like
tissues at the
sniffling around
entrance
me.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
like I heard people sniffling around me. I was like, I can't be the one guy in all of Valley Hall crying at Jay
Yeah.
Kelly. But I was fucking, I was crying,
Yeah.
dude. It got me. I cried a couple times actually, I think. Um, yeah, like more than once. Adam Sandler made me cry a lot in this movie, kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like it's sad because that's the other thing. Nobody in this movie is really like a great person, you
Yeah,
know. Um, I don't know. There's a lot going on because like the movie is about Jay Kelly, the character,
Yeah.
and it's about how like Jay Kelly is reflecting on his life and he's like, "Man, I did not live the life I wanted, or he really is kind of like it's not even coming to that conclusion necessarily until I think at the end of the movie he does reach that conclusion. But through the movie, he's thinking about like, am I satisfied with my life? And he's walking inside. I love how in the movie he walks into his memories, and he's saying like, man, this was good, like this
Yeah,
was
I
sick.
love
And I did achieve what I wanted, and like that's what he's thinking. And then the movie goes, and he's like, fuck, I have no friends, and my children hate me because I fucking
yeah,
suck. Um,
yeah,
it worked on me, bro. He's running around in the woods. He's like a grown up having a like a 3/4 life crisis,
Yeah.
yeah.
and he's freaking out.
I mean, I don't know. Movies are always about time, but it feels like there's so many movies this year that are about time where I feel like every single one of them is just
This is
having an effect
just like
on me.
Train Dreams. What if Train Dreams was
Yeah. There's even
Hollywood's
a train
flop?
in this movie.
Yeah,
A pretty significant train in this movie.
Yep.
Even. They spend some time on that train.
yeah. What if Train Dreams was about George Clooney, directed by
Yeah.
Noah Baumbach?
Yeah. No, but
Owen would
I
say he likes it a similar amount.
No,
he would say that. Yeah.
George Clooney, I think. I like to see
Maybe.
that Train Dream starring George Clooney.
Right.
Well, oh brother, where art thou?
Um to focus on Jay Kelly and not is that where wait, what? Is that how you're gonna tie in the Coens?
No, well, there's this. So in the movie Jay Kelly, there's the Lewis brothers or whatever that have, or he's gonna do a movie with the Lewis brothers, and then I was like, the Coen brothers. That was what I was thinking about because, like, who would it, I mean? Are we talking the Safdies? Who? What are the brothers that we are,
Mhm.
spinning off here? The
Sure.
Lumiere brothers. Like, who are we going to talk to here? I was just interested in on a Noah's mind and what he was kind of thinking about
I
there.
interpreted it as obviously it's not literally the Safdie
Yeah,
brothers,
yeah, yeah.
but I interpreted it more closer to that than the Coen brothers,
That makes more sense.
like
I
young
I
filmmaker,
think that
young hot
yeah,
filmmakers.
when
Like,
I say that now, I think of the Safdies more, but I the brothers being a director duo feels more Cohen in my brain because of their longevity. But
yeah,
in terms of
they
the
split up
hot,
too though.
yeah, everyone's splitting up.
They split up because is it
Everyone's
Ethan?
splitting up.
Ethan became obsessed with lesbians, and
Yeah.
that's the only thing he could write about. Oh, I'm
Is
joking.
that the cause of their split
Yeah,
though?
it's really
No,
bad. It's like
no.
there's a whole memoir, and he's like he won't stop talking about lesbians. He's fucking
Yeah.
addicted. Um, so that yeah, that was the only. I mean,
I see.
that was it. Wasn't really a
Okay.
big kind of.
Talk a little bit about why Jay Kelly disappointed you.
It
Well, Owen
disappointed
wants
me.
to kill Noah Baumbach. Owen
Yeah.
just hates Noah Baumbach. Oh,
Oh
every time
man.
Owen has to sit down and watch Noah Baumbach
Oh.
picture, he's like, all the only thought in his head is like, "This is a terrorist. This is terrorism."
Oh man, his wife is really good in this movie. Greta
Mhm.
Gerwig. I really like her as an actress. And I wish she was in the movie more because like I did like when she shows up, I'm like, she's really good. But overall, like I wasn't really crazy about anyone in the movie, like performance wise.
Really? Not even our
The
boy?
Sandman.
No. Even more of our boy.
Who
Billy Crudup.
Billy. Okay, so this is my
Are you
thing.
kidding? He's the scene
This is my
stealer in
thing
this
with Billy,
movie.
is he's good in the movie. I think all of that, like, his whole thing and, like, his scene, I think is dumb. I think it's like
What?
I
What do
think
you
it's stupid.
That
mean?
part was
I
so
think it's
good.
stupid.
That part
I
is
think it's
so
so
good.
stupid.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't
It's very melodramatic, but
it
so is every Noah Baumbach movie. It's like so I don't know.
um, I don't know, I actually 'cause I was kind of disappointed because, like, I mean, I wasn't expecting to like the movie, but I was like, "Oh, Billy's in this." And then Billy
Yeah.
shows up and he's like really off-putting, and then they fight in the, like, parking lot, and I'm like, "Okay, that's cool," and then you never see Billy again.
Is that true? That's not, he shows up at the end
You see
as a
his
vision.
okay, alright, that did not fix things for me when he fucking
He's like, "That's not true." That's not
and then I guess all I mean, it's like, yeah, I like Patrick Wilson too, he's, like, not in the
I love
movie.
bro. I didn't know Patrick Wilson was in this. And then he
I
just like
literally
clicks
when
Oh
they
play
my
as
kept
a
god.
jump
when they
scare.
kept saying, like, whatever the guy like, his name, like, Ben Alcott or
Yeah.
something, I thought it was like Ben Affleck. Like
You
I just like
thought Ben
assumed that
Affleck
there was
was
like a
gonna
Ben
show
Affleck
up?
cameo that like
Oh,
like
that I
wasn't
think they would have
advertised. I was
just
like, oh,
said
it'd be
Ben
so
Affleck.
funny. Sure, I guess, but I don't know. In my head, I was just like, oh, it'll be so funny if Ben Affleck
Yeah.
shows up, and then it was even funnier when it was Patrick Wilson instead.
I like
No,
Because I
and
just like
Patrick
I
Wilson's
didn't
great.
know he was in the
I
movie.
think Grace
He's
Like,
Ed
neither did
I
I.
think Grace
He's great.
Edwards is interesting. She's in the was it the Asteroid City,
Detroit
the Wes
City. Yeah,
Anderson film.
she is. Yeah.
Which also okay, I'm gonna say something, and like I probably knew this once upon a time, but I saw a review that was like talking about Wes Anderson and Noah Baumbach's like collaborations, and for some reason I was like, I don't know if I knew that. I don't know. I feel like I definitely did in the past, but then I was like thrown off by the fact that they had worked together, which is interesting. Um,
Yeah.
on like Fantastic Mr. Fox and stuff. I don't care. I think the scripts are weird. I am not interested in the script. I think it's not that great.
What? Wait. What does that mean?
I
You
don't.
can't just say
I,
that. What does that
I don't
mean?
know. I'm not really. I was not emotionally invested in the Jay Kelly as a character.
Okay.
I really didn't like. I don't know. I think Adam Sandler's character was a little more interesting. Ron, um, but like
Mhm.
I don't know. You mentioned like everyone kind of being not that great of a person. That's like not like some they don't have to be. But I was not like uh caring of. I didn't really care about anybody. So I don't know. Laura Dern is in the movie. You know, people just kind of show up and are in the movie, and I'm like, I don't really. Actually, I
I
like Jim Broad. What is it, Jim?
Jim Broadbent.
Yeah, he dies like right away though. So
I
I always enjoy him. He's but
I don't know. I maybe I just found it easy to invest
be-
in Jay Kelly because
because it's
I
George
just
Clooney.
like. But okay, I yeah, that's
Where
something
it's
worth
like,
mentioning. That's something worth mentioning. Like this movie, if you replace
does
George
this
Clooney
movie
with someone else,
work
I
if it
just
was
I get
like
that.
made like 40 years
And
ago and you did not know the actor?
Yes. Yes.
yes, yeah, I
It's a strong script.
I
You
am
can shoot me
very
in the head.
fond of
I'll
George
stand on that. I
Clooney.
don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
I'm in my era of sincerity and earnestness, bro.
Mhm.
Yes,
It's a very
I'm
sincere and earnest
saying
Yeah.
script, and I
same.
enjoyed it. Okay, it worked
I
on me.
agree. No, I think it is actually a really good script, and but also I'm just kind of what I was gonna say is I'm just kind of won over by the fact that this guy just like had such a shitty life and he feels bad about it. You know, like I just
And
like I
again,
just, but it's
spoiler
not even like
alert.
such a shitty
Skip
life,
ahead
but just
one
go ahead.
minute. Listener, you haven't seen the movie. Skip ahead 1 minute. When at the end of the movie, when he looks at the camera and is like, "Can I try again?" or "I wanna do over," or whatever the fuck. I'm like, yeah, that's how it fucking is, bro.
Yeah. No, that's that. You know what, Doug? That's real. That's sincere and that's real. And I agree with you. And I
Real
know
as
Owen's
fuck.
laughing, but Owen
No,
doesn't.
that
Owen doesn't
actually,
have.
like, I was like, "Okay, this is whatever," and that stupid thing on the I was like, "Come on." I don't know.
No, you know what?
I
You know
was
what?
really
Live a couple more years and then get back to
I was
it. Okay.
really pissed off.
I don't-
I don't I think Noah's whole thing, like, he's just he's nah. I can't get I'm, like,
yeah.
totally cool with, like, being sincere and all, but I don't buy it with from him. Like, I just don't buy out of his mouth.
I just do.
I
I
think
bought it
he's
so immediately in this
I
movie.
don't
Like
buy
once
it.
George Clooney got going, I was just like, yeah, dude. I was like, yeah, man, you're because it's like he just is a movie star. Like it's like that. It helps that it's George Clooney. I'm like, he just
No,
is a
I mean,
movie
you can't
star.
do
So
it
it's like,
without a movie
yeah.
star, but,
So
like, I don't I
it
just
just
didn't
it makes sense to me because it's like I don't know. I think because it's George Clooney, you just kind of immediately like that's just a big strength of the movie is that like you immediately invest in this idea of like believing that this is somebody whose celebrity has completely taken up their life because I'm
Mhm.
like, yeah, that probably just did happen to George Clooney sometime. Like that's George Clooney. I don't know. Even if it didn't, like it's like you just believe it because he's so famous and he's like such a star. So I feel like I don't know. That's not exactly like a compliment to the script, but I think it just like I just bought in right away because of it.
George Clooney is an interesting guy because I feel like he's more famous than any of his
Well,
movies.
that's what also, like, the thing at the end was kind of interesting because I was like, "Oh," I don't because I think it is a true statement. I don't think that is, like, George Clooney is kind of this entity, and which is, like, part of the movie in a way where it's like people it's like Jay Kelly, George like, that's the thing where it's like George Clooney. You don't say George or it's like that's George Clooney. Which
Yeah.
but like
Man, when he was on that train and, like, all the, like, people knew him, I was just like, "This is the sweetest movie ever." I was having the time of my life when he was just hanging out with a bunch of strangers. I
yeah.
so, like,
Well, I wish they
nothing
pushed
against the
that
specific
more. I
scene,
felt
but
like
I'm aw,
that sequence was interesting. I doesn't really I didn't find it to I don't know, that I felt like that could have been fleshed out more. 'Cause we rarely we
sure.
I don't know, we it's a I don't know. It, like, kinda just bounces. I mean, the people come later, and he beats up that guy for stealing the purse or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
so randomly, I, like, kept being reminded of La Camera while watching this, and that might have made me like it more. There was just, like,
ooh,
random moments in this like, including the train stuff and, like, when he chases that guy and beats him up, I was just like,
does
"This
that
is, like,
happen
giving
in
me."
La Camera?
Kinda. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, similar the movie like, there's just moments where the vibes are, like, identical,
Okay.
and I enjoyed that. I don't know. I also just, like yeah, I don't know, man. I we didn't talk I feel like when Adam Sandler and George Clooney are on screen together and they're, like and that's, like, his only bud, man, I don't know, it means something to me. It really touched me.
It's sad. I don't. The whole
Yeah.
thing's fucked up and sad, and
Yeah,
I
I don't
liked it.
know. It's like because it's also like, I don't know, he like gave because Adam Sandler's like giving up his whole life too, and it's like and he's not even a movie star. But his whole life revolves around this other person, and I'm like, that's fucking sad too.
Yeah.
Like that's and the thing is like his whole life revolves around this other person, and he still loves him. Like it's like, like it's like he's still just like a good friend. I don't know. I just think it's very sweet. And I I've seen a lot of people like who don't like this movie, and maybe Owen agrees with these people, but we'll talk about Oscars in a second. But because Adam Sandler was like such a like when this movie was doing its festival run, he was kind of the performance a lot of people were mentioning, and uh, and now a lot of people are watching the movie and being like, Adam Sandler is just like should not be nominated for an Oscar. I'm sorry, I think he's so good in this movie. Like, I think Adam Sandler is like terrific in this movie.
Yeah,
He's
he's
not
good.
bad. It'd be already silly to nominate him for this movie, though. It just feels like, oh, it's like a prestige movie with a good performance in it. It doesn't feel like
I don't think
anything
it would be silly to nominate him at all. Like,
I don't know. It's just like he's good.
I don't know.
the thing is
Like
he's not gonna get nominated now, I don't think, but
I think that all of the performances in the movie are good, but like none of them are particularly challenging though, right? It's not
okay,
it's
sure.
not a it's not a script or a film that requires any of the actors to really push themselves.
Yeah.
I would
I think
argue
even more so for some people. I don't know that Laura Dern really has a ton to do with this
no,
movie.
No,
yeah.
she's
Um
like not in the movie. She's
Yeah.
fine.
and the way that like his Noah's last two films, White Noise and Marriage Story, I think did have some real
Yeah, the actors had a lot more to work with, sure.
yeah.
A lot more
I'd agree
yelling.
with that.
Yeah,
That's
not a lot more a lot like
okay.
of complex emotions, a lot of like really have you seen White Noise? That's a great movie and
Okay, Owen
with
doesn't like that
really
movie. Don't
specific
like
characters in
you
it.
know he's seen that
Um,
movie and you know he doesn't like it.
I know. I love that
In
movie
fact,
though.
did we talk about that movie on the podcast
We've
even,
been
or is
There's
that
no way we did that.
maybe it might have been before we started. We've been doing bleh! We've been doing this shit for a while.
no, I
Um
don't know if we talked you know what I think it might have been? We might have like
Skipped it.
no. No, I don't think so. I feel like we might have mentioned like talked about it on a podcast like for because of a different
damn, you
topic.
gave
I don't
White
know.
Noise 1 star.
Yeah, I didn't like that movie either, to be fair. But I'd you know what? Unlike Owen, I'd welcome a rewatch of White Noise. I
I'd
would
read
watch it
it.
again and change my heart.
I'd read it.
Um,
You
yeah.
okay? That's He's commenting on my white noise review in the middle of the podcast.
Um
What
um,
did I say?
I
anything
didn't read your review. I don't know.
anything else you want to mention, Doug? I want to talk a little bit more about the good stuff before we move on to Hamnet.
Yeah, I want to say like I think that George Clooney is very good, and I do think that he has some complex stuff to work through. in his
In his life.
performance. I will say, I think that like emotional. Again, I think that Jay Kelly has like there's a lot going on inside of that character, and I think that he is like kind of an interesting character because similar to Sentimental Valley, he is a bad guy, but also he is he's going through like this manic episode kind of, and he's like trying to figure this out, and he doesn't like that he's a bad guy. He doesn't like that he's a bad guy. And the whole movie is kind of him discovering that. I think, right?
Yes, I'd agree with that. I also wanted to ask you guys about cinematographer Linus Sandgren.
I have beef with
Thoughts?
him too, I think.
Because
Me and Linus have the
a lot of people, I've seen a
biggest
lot of
step
like
back.
sentiment online about him being one
Yeah,
of the
I don't
great
know how
working
that happened. I think you know
now.
what happened? People were like, "Hey, like Saltburn's really pretty, but the writing is bad." And they're like really like they're like Team Linus anti Emerald Fennel.
I feel like
Um
the stuff that has done the best for him is like Damien Chazelle
Yeah,
stuff.
you work with Damien
Although
Chazelle, and
in
you
no,
base
but
your
like I
your
think
history
like in
for
terms
this.
of I think he's gotten really a lot more love recently, I feel like. He's like his stock has risen. I
sure.
think in the
Well,
last
it's because he's doing Dune. That's why the stock is his
yeah,
stock. It's
his
like
stock
it's like
is going
they announced that
and they're like all
he
of a
was
sudden
shooting
they're
Dune,
like
and the stock price fucking quadrupled.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Because he did Nutcracker in the Four Realms, and no one really talked about him then.
I mean, were you around then?
Nope.
Yeah.
No. He's doing
Wait,
Wuthering Heights.
Yeah,
yeah. What? Okay. Here's a hypothetical. What
I'll
if
start.
like what if like Wuthering Heights is good, Owen? And
What?
what if Dune 3? What if
What?
Dune 3 is what if Dune 3 is the best looking Dune movie? Would you have a
Well, you
change of
know,
heart?
I'll see them both at home. So
Yeah,
No, you won't.
both on Netflix.
yeah, let's go.
Oh,
No,
come
that's
on.
not true. We'll talk
Uh,
about why that's not true later.
yeah, I
But
know. What were you saying?
If would you have a change of heart if Dune 3 is the best looking of the Dune movies and if Wuthering
Well, then
Heights,
that looks really
I don't
bad
know,
for
you know.
Greg. Um, I don't think Linus is whatever. I think it's more. I don't think no one directs this that interestingly or anything like that. Like
Sure.
it's like whatever. It looks
there's some good stuff in there.
it
I don't know.
looks
I think there's some good stuff
whatever. I
too.
don't know. I'm not.
I think it looks good
I
sometimes.
think it looked really good
Um,
towards the end. Like the
I
third act,
also
I
like
think.
again like I think everything on Netflix looks like a piece of shit. So
Yeah.
it's like
I guess I haven't even watched it on Netflix, so that's it. Yeah, I haven't thought about that.
Well, Netflix has some serious fucking bitrate
no, I know.
problems.
I like open it and
Like,
it looks like I like restart the fucking beginning because
yeah.
especially in that like really dark shot, I can't see anything. This is fucking
No, I think
horrible.
that is
It's
yeah,
like,
that's very
jeez,
true. I think that
dude.
Netflix has actual like bitrate problems, which is fucking annoying.
Right.
Um,
Um,
it's I don't know. I think the end of the movie, like when it's cutting to people's faces and stuff, I wish that was edited in like a different. I don't know. There was like some stuff that was like interesting, but I found it to kind of the rhythm of that was I wasn't in love with that. Because there was I don't know. There's something there in that end, but it all felt a little jumbled to me. Where I could see what was we were going for. It just did not land.
Right.
It was like very Babylon and movie, but like
you're never yeah. I
Linus,
mean, yeah. There's something
Linus,
that's
You'll never
Linus
interesting.
believe
was
it.
like, hey, that's why he got him to do this movie.
Yeah.
Um, but
Uh yeah.
I don't know. It's
Okay. Let's talk about Hamnet a little bit.
Jay Jelly.
Jay Jelly.
Big Jelly.
Jay
Hamnet's one of the
Jelly.
biggest movies of the year. How do you guys feel about that? You've seen it twice.
It's they said is the best movie
Hamnet?
of all time.
Hmm.
That has been said about it. We don't need to talk about that tweet on the podcast,
Sorry.
but
I know I'm interested. We could talk about it if you wanted to.
we
Sorry.
could. I don't. That's like
Someone
that's a
said
dumb
it.
conversation. But
I
Someone
think
probably said it
that
I
about Jake Kelly.
I think that movie marketing is they don't know what they're
Hey,
doing
they're
anymore.
trying. It's hard out here.
eh,
Big
okay.
Netflix is really keeping us
Yes, I
down.
did see Hamnet twice. I just similar to you guys just watching Jay Kelly. I just finished watching Hamnet for the second
So you
time
still
before
wiping your tears.
recording. Wow. yeah, I was kind of a fucking mess after
Yeah,
watching it the second
yeah.
time. So I thought I was like, because before the
You're
movie,
like, "I've done
I
this before, I can,
told
you know,
yeah, well, like I
know
told
what
my
it has to
girlfriend, I
do."
was like, oh, I got like tissues for us.
Okay.
I grabbed like napkins from the AMC. I was like, oh, just because I told her I was like, it's a really fucking emotional movie.
Yeah.
I got all these napkins. My ass was using all the napkins.
Damn, you didn't
I was like, oh yeah, like you're gonna need them a little bit
she
more than
didn't
me because
cry?
I've already seen the movie. Like I'm prepared. I
Stone
think she did a
cold?
little bit. No. I think she did a little
Just
bit, but
straight
just not.
face?
I mean, I was like a fucking puddle after.
Yeah.
Like I just specifically the ending of the movie just it's like I wish it didn't I wish it didn't have that effect on me because I'm like this is kind of embarrassing
Come
but I
on.
just like I can't help myself like it's
Yeah, it's
you know
sad as
so
shit.
but let's start overall let's
Yeah, where do we
how
begin?
do we tackle Hamnet
The Eternals.
The
yes kind of
Eternals.
not the Eternals but Chloe Zhao we
Chloe
should
Zhao,
should
I've never seen a movie that she
um
made.
After the movie ended, I turned to my girlfriend and I said, "This was almost as good as the
No, you did
Eternals."
not say
yeah
that.
I did. I
yeah
did.
She's like crying and
Yeah, yeah.
you fucking asshole.
this is almost how much I cried during the
Oh
Eternals.
my god.
Did you actually see the Eternals?
Me, I
Yeah, I
did,
saw it in
yeah. I
theaters.
saw it,
Okay.
I was in Texas with a relative of mine, and they were like, "We should go see a
Why are
movie."
you so vague about that?
What?
You're like a relative of mine?
Because he's, my grandmother's sister's husband.
Oh, okay. So like very okay. I actually okay, it makes complete sense that you use that wording now that you
But he was like, "Let's go see the new Marvel," like the fucking,
I heard the new Marvel's
yeah. And
crazy.
I was like, really not, but I was like, fine, sure. And then it was just me and him in like an empty theater, and we saw the Eternals.
I feel bad for everybody involved in the Eternals.
yeah,
Like
agreed.
There's a
every
lot
single
of
person
good
involved. I
people
just
that worked on that movie.
no, literally a lot of good people that just like let down.
There's a lot
Like
of
just
Yeah.
let
there's a
down.
lot of good people, and then Barry.
No, you think about like Kit
And then
Harington. He
Barry.
needed
Oh,
that
come
job.
on.
He needed the job security
That
of
was
being
the
in a
big
Marvel,
that was the
and like he
beginning, and
just
they were like, "He's gonna come
yeah
back."
yeah never. He's never coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been
that
4
was the beginning
years.
of the downfall of Barry too.
Um,
Um,
was it?
When did he
I don't
fall? Was it the Sabrina thing?
no, I mean he fell the hardest with
He
Salt
fell.
Rising. That's why I
Oh
gave up on
man, everyone
it,
was
you
so
know.
excited about
But
him. He was like a new little.
damn, he is on a yeah. He's on a crazy bad run, isn't he?
Yes, because he was like this new like kind of freak, and then he was like we learned more about him, and it was like,
He's good in movies.
yes,
yeah,
he can
he's
be.
going to be so he was in
He's gonna
do
be the Beetle.
you guys remember and or are familiar with the movie American Animals? It's a heist movie. They like
Yes, yes,
rob
yes.
it's like an art heist movie. I don't think it's a very good movie. Or like
It's
it's like a
orange.
fine it's orange.
Yeah.
That guy also made like a documentary that I haven't seen. But that guy has a movie coming out in February that I saw the trailer for the first time today before Hamnet.
Which one?
Barry Keoghan is in
It's
it, and the cast is
is
insane.
it?
You're talking about Crime 101?
Yes, the
Yeah.
cast is like
Oh,
loaded.
that's
Chris
Channing
Hemsworth,
Tatum.
Halle
Oh,
Berry, Mark
Chris Hemsworth.
Ruffalo,
That's right.
Barry Keoghan, Monica Barbaro,
Yeah,
Corey
Monica
Hawkins,
Barbaro.
Jennifer Jason Leigh,
Monica.
and Nick Nolte. It's like a
911.
loaded cast for this movie.
Bart.
Bart Layton, yes. And I saw the trailer for the first time today before
Oh, I
Hamnet.
like Eric Wilson.
I was gonna say Eric Wilson. Yeah. Really good.
Oh, the Devin Bostic's in this.
Yeah, the cast is like crazy. I mean, also the movie looks kind of fun. I was like,
I saw the trailer, but like a while ago.
I
Like
never
it did not
saw
play
this
for me before
trailer.
him. It played a while ago. I think it might have played before Caught Stealing for me.
oh wow,
That was
okay.
7 years
I
ago.
just like I remember
Yeah.
hearing about this movie, but I did not see a trailer for it, and I was kind of like thrown off by how stacked the cast
Wow.
was. I don't know. It looks like fun.
We
Doug,
got
did you get
really
like
far off of Hamnet, by the way.
sure, but you brought up fucking Barry Keoghan. I just
Yeah,
anyway.
Hamnet. So here's how I saw Hamnet. I saw it at a 10 p.m. screening at my local AMC. And it. Okay, so there were like 8 people in the theater, right?
Yeah.
And it was like me and my girlfriend were sitting in like the middle of the theater, and then next to us nobody else in the row. Next to us was like another couple. It was another like like man and woman who I had to assume were dating, similar age to us, and
To us?
they were sitting next to us, and we're just watching the movie like normal,
Right?
and then spoiler alert, their fucking kid dies, right?
Yeah.
And that fucking dies,
Hamnet.
and I am like actually having a panic attack. Like I'm freaking out. I don't think I don't know. I don't think I've cried this hard during a movie since I saw Romeo and Juliet directed by Baz Luhrmann when I was like 14 years old.
Oh,
Wow.
that's a
Like
pull.
no, like I was like borderline hysterical. Like I was like really trying to keep it together because I was like I cannot like be sobbing like out loud in this movie theater, right?
Yeah.
And then there was like somebody either one or two rows in front of us was sleeping. And like I'm like trying not to sob out loud, like I'm like trying, like I'm freaking the fuck out trying to pull it together while this like the saddest shit ever is happening in this movie.
Yeah.
And this person, they start snoring, but like it's like loud, like Lord, like
You
loud
know,
as fuck, like so fucking loud.
Oh,
And so then I start like kind of giggling, and I'm like, this is crazy, this is fucking crazy. And then the guy, like the boyfriend of this other couple sitting next to us, stands up and is like, hey, wake up in the middle of the theater while Hamnet is
oh
playing,
my
and I'm
god.
trying not to fucking sob.
oh my god. Oh my god.
also, I was gonna
Oh
say,
my
I could kind of like, I could imagine that for the average moviegoer, in all like the moments leading up to Hamnet dying, like I could see people falling asleep during this movie. You know what I mean? Like I could just like imagine, like if you're like an old person like going to see this movie because you're like, oh, this kind of seems like the movie for me. Like I could totally see you fucking just knocking out 30 minutes into this movie and like being bored as fuck.
But it's so cute.
I
It is cute.
It's not. I'm not saying
I'm
I fell
surprised
asleep
you
during it. I
kinda
watched it
loved it,
twice.
Owen. I'm surprised by that.
Okay.
What are you surprised by that Owen likes it?
That Owen really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you cry during it, Owen?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
Can we
I'm
can
gonna
I
be
we
honest
tried.
all
with you.
go
There's a
can we
moment.
all go around and list the parts of the movie that made us cry in order of like most
All of them.
tears
The
to
first
least?
time there's a scene where um there William Shakespeare is like chasing around Agnes like a freak, and then she's like, I forget even what she asks him, but he gets out like kind of like startled, and he's like, I don't even know, like he's like, I don't know how to talk to people, and,
Yes.
and
And
then
that's of course that scene made fucking Owen cry.
um, and then I don't know. I love when he goes, he's like, "Will you be brave?" to the Hamnet, and he like
Yes.
she like
That
they do like airplane.
Bro, the performances in this movie are
it's fucking
I don't know.
back.
It's I still think One Battle After Another is the best acted film of the year.
Mhm.
But like in terms of like an actor showcase, this is very
Oh
impressive,
yeah.
I think. Like this
yes, I agree.
Yes,
very
I'm
impressive.
Down to like
the
some
kids.
like well
Yeah.
yes, down to the kids, but just down to like all of the supporting perform like there are like some incredible supporting performances.
Okay, you wanna know
um
something sad?
hmm,
I've seen
Hmm.
2 Jesse Buckley movies, and the other one is
uh-huh.
Men.
Oh
Oh
wow.
wow,
Well,
Jesus
that's not
Christ.
sad from Doug's perspective. That's
I mean,
like
I like
that's
Man,
a
but I
great
don't
double
love
feature
Men.
But
for
so, like,
Doug.
she's really good in this, but I only know her from Men. Um,
That's
Yeah,
fine. She's great in Men.
I've seen 7 Jesse
Men's
Buckley
really
movies.
bad.
I've seen 5 Jesse Buckley movies, but one
What
of
is
them is the Chernobyl show that she plays a
is
Sure.
big part in.
like so is I'm thinking of ending things, but like, what is she most? Is that what she's most known for,
The
No,
most
or is
the
it
biggest thing
TV?
she's in is the Chernobyl
The
show,
show?
I think. But that's like that.
is that?
I think so. Yeah, that's the.
She's not the lead in that show though, right?
She's the. No, she's not the main character. But have you seen the show?
No, we've talked about this.
Okay.
I've
I'm
like
gonna
wanted to watch it, but I
slightly
haven't.
spoil Chernobyl, but Chernobyl's a real fucking thing that happened. So
Yeah,
get
you don't
over
know.
it.
It's
And
like
it's a miniseries that came out fucking 10 years ago. So,
it was like 4, but yeah. Okay, it was actually
Dude, we're
2019.
getting
My bad.
there.
but so the main like the main character of the show is like Jared Harris, who like is overseeing like shit like in the government basically, right? And he has to like deal with Chernobyl. Um, Jessie Buckley, she's like the main character of the B plot of the show, where
Okay.
she was a citizen in Chernobyl. Like she was this pregnant woman that was like in Chernobyl when the accident happened, and it's like following her, um, like be fucked up because of the radiation, basically.
Yeah.
Um,
So is she doing like an accent?
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, she's doing like a Ukrainian accent in the movie. She's in the show. She's really I like Chernobyl a lot. She's really really good in it. Um,
Interesting.
I think that's probably what she's most known for. Because like
Oh,
Okay.
would is it possible that she'd be best known for men now? Like, is it possible that that's the thing that
I mean, I'm sure
like
there's
has
a
been
ton of
seen
people who
so much?
just know
I
her
don't.
from Men. Like, I think that's very easy
do you think?
because I think I'm
Hmm.
thinking of Ending Things feels. I mean, a lot of people saw it, obviously, but there's like a
Well, I'm thinking
niche.
of anything
There's
from
a
on Netflix.
nichety to it. There's a,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but
like
it's not a
Chernobyl's a TV
popular
show,
movie.
and even though if you're aware of the
Yeah,
Chernobyl show, like I'm aware of that show, I can't see her in that. Like, I don't have that
I
visual.
she's
also
like
do
there's no
think
yeah she's
And
not in
then
any
I
Men
think
market.
Chernobyl was
is
streamed a lot by like older audiences,
yeah.
so I don't
And
know.
Men
That is
Men was
probably
neat
right.
horror movie, right? There's
Yeah, it
Yeah,
might
it
be
I
has
don't.
it
men.
has
It might be men.
400,000 logs on
Yeah,
Yeah,
Letterboxd.
but I'm thinking if anything says like
No, I know, but
700,000 or
like
something.
different
But
it's like
there are
there's
different
probably different
audiences.
people. So
Yeah, it's
I'd
like
like
the people on that are watching. I'm thinking of anything are just on
yeah, I think
Letterboxd.
it's just kind of demographic thing, but like I think there's a
Sure.
ton of people who are like, "Oh, that's the girl from Men,"
Yeah,
yeah,
which
that
is
makes sense.
interesting.
which is
But
interesting.
she's
Um,
really fantastic in this movie.
Well, very soon
she's like
she's
my
gonna be
favorite.
Yeah,
from
well,
Hamnet.
it's like
I swear straight up, I think that I would like any movie she's in.
yeah,
Like
well, that's
I
kind of
think like
why I was asking
yeah
because it's like she has this like, oh, it's Jessie Buckley. It's obviously going to be a great performance, but then
yeah.
her kind of body of work isn't that crazy in terms of the on screen
Yeah,
stuff.
You know what's crazy? I've been listening to all of because there's like the Avatar Fire and Ash press tours going on, so like the cast and crew like they're
Yeah.
doing like the junkets and stuff. I've been listening to every single James Cameron interview as they come out, and when
Mhm.
you listen to the same interview of the same guy for like, the same press run, they kind of repeat themselves a lot,
Yeah.
right? And he keeps getting asked about AI, so he has to keep redoing his stance on AI, and he keeps saying like, "Oh, like AI can't do acting." You know, that's a big thing doing on this press where we're talking about acting, and he's like, "AI can't do acting. Actors, like the best actors, they're a little weird, they're a little off." And he keeps using Jessie Buckley as an example. And he's like Jessie Buckley is Jessie Buckley because like she's a little off, you know.
Yeah.
And he keeps using her as an example
That's so
as like
weird.
it's
for that.
interesting to think of
Like,
him as like a big fan of her. It's
yeah,
like
no,
he's just
right?
He
like
Like,
I don't
probably
know.
loved the shit out of Chernobyl.
yeah, no,
He
yeah,
was
True,
exactly.
he was a big
true.
Chernobyl head. But
That
yeah,
would
I don't know.
actually make
She's
sense.
really good. I think there's something in the way that Paul performs that is like naturally tear jerking. I think he
Yeah,
like performs in a way that where he's like trying to make you cry at all
yeah,
times, and it works. Um, just like even like the small shit where he's just kind of being or like trying to be a good dad. It's just like kind of like
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say being a
yeah, I
good
know. I
dad
was
all the time,
yeah, he's trying.
but
He's really trying.
yeah,
Or failing at being a good attempting to
Yeah.
be a father. Um,
The movie's interesting about that because like
yes,
it's I think the movie almost makes a case, and maybe this is a poor interpretation of this of the material, but
yeah,
the way that I'm seeing it is kind of like they are like meant to be in a certain kind of way where it's like there's nobody else that would like they're more that's like more emotionally compatible for each other,
yeah.
but also it's like they can't really be together. Like they're puzzle pieces that don't fit correctly because they need different things in life, you
Yeah.
know?
It's kind
Um
of like Jay Kelly.
okay.
No, but
yeah.
I do think, like, there
You're into
is
that.
something about, like I'm really fascinated and pulled into, like, the portrait of an artist in the same way that it, like, Jay Kelly and Sentimental Value in these movies are kind of all about and kind of it's the same sort of thing where it's like this is a father who is struggling to be the best parent because he has to, like where he's like, "I have to be in London to do my work and have to be in like, I have to be there's a mental space that I have to be in to really get this out of me," and that like, and I'm, it's that is not allowing the puzzle pieces to fit, and it's really
Mhm.
like him being a good dad isn't really a possibility because he has to produce these works. So there, I don't know. That's a fascinating thing in it itself. Even if you remove it from like Shakespeare or like any of these
Right.
kind of like
Which is interesting because they don't call him Shakespeare
until
until the
the
end of the
yeah
movie.
right. I think
Honestly, the movie
it's
might be, like, marginally better if they take even another step of removal and, like, it's not even about Shakespeare.
it reminded me a little bit
It
of
almost feels a little gimmicky that it's about Hamlet.
it reminded me
Like
a little bit about like of Last
Yeah.
Days, the Gus Van Sant film, which is a film that is not directly about Kurt Cobain. Like they don't even think they
mhm.
call him Kurt Cobain in the movie, but it's very obviously a movie about Kurt Cobain. And this movie, like you said, like it is about Shakespeare. It's called Hamnet, and it's using those things and stuff like that. And it like directly like we're doing Hamlet and we're referencing things and stuff like that. But sometimes like and that stuff interested me on its own. Like I'm interested in Shakespeare and all that stuff. But I think the reason why the movie's emotional and pulls at your heartstrings isn't because it's Shakespeare. It's because like of the
Yes.
kind of the humanity and the the sadness that is in these real people. And there you go. It's very there's a
Yeah.
fantasy to it. It's obviously it's not like a documentary or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I'm not. I don't know. I'm not too I think that's effective in that level, and I saw some, like, press junket thing where they were talking to Paul, and the guy was like, "I didn't know you were playing Shakespeare until the 3rd act of the movie." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, who are we getting to do these press junkets? Because
No, that's the
Paul has to sit
yeah.
there and, like, kinda take that and be like, "Oh, oh, oh, interesting." But the guy was like, "I wrote in my note." He's like, "I wrote in my notes, Paul Mescal is William Shakespeare." Like, as like a reveal, like, it was this grand twist, and it's like, "What do you think he was doing in London?"
No, that's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's also like I don't know. I've it's hard to like go into this
Does
movie
he
not
do
knowing
I
that
feel like
ahead
he
of
does
time.
to be or not to be before they say he's Shakespeare.
He does,
So
yes.
Yes,
He's
he does. Yes. So you'd have to really like
I don't yeah, maybe he
I don't
caught
know.
on earlier
You'd have
than
to
that.
really have never like
Yeah.
heard of like any Shakespeare before. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know,
That's
that
tough.
clip kinda
Unless
caught me
like
off
this
guard because that guy was
yeah.
like, you know yeah, I mean, it opens with being like, "Hamnet is Hamlet."
Yeah, it also
So
the
it's
quote
like,
I also yeah.
I
How
don't
did you
know
guys
how
feel about
you
that? That was a little unnecessary of a
I also yeah, also a little
um,
unnecessary. There's a lot of
um,
things in this movie that I think they are like
yeah,
I don't know. It's interesting because I don't know how much of this is like connected to what you already know about the story going in, right? Which is that you already spoiled the fact that Hamnet dies in the movie, but
well,
it's
it's like
like
in the trailer.
you exactly. I was gonna say
Yeah.
like the trailer just like kind of
yeah,
you don't see it happening, but it
like a
couldn't be more
historical
obvious.
fact.
And yes, that too, but that's not. It's a
Well, like, the
historical fact, but not
historical
everybody
fact is
knows
just
that
that he
piece of
had a kid
history.
that
Like
died, but, like, this
yes,
movie is entirely
yeah.
fictional,
This
like
movie's
Sure, but,
fictional.
like,
Yeah. Um,
you kinda
but
I don't know,
yeah, it's
I feel
known
like
that
I
he
guess
dies, but that's
we
not
all went
like
into it knowing he was gonna die.
No, yeah,
yes,
yes, yes.
but yeah, that is true.
And
I
they do, like,
just
a little switcheroo too. They're like, this the daughter's all sick,
No,
and then you're like,
so
"What
okay,
the?" I thought Hamnet
to
like,
circle
Hamnet's
back
supposed to die,
yes,
and then craziness.
to circle back to Kevin's question where he's like, "Can you outline all the times you cried?" I s when that oh, I'm gonna cry thinking about it, dude, it's fucked up,
yeah,
and
No,
I
it's
don't even
hor
like it. I don't like that it's so affecting to me because I
mm,
want to like the movie a little bit less,
okay.
but it's like it's so because I don't think it's the best movie ever. I don't think it's, like, the best movie of the year, but it's
Sure,
like
yeah,
that shit is, like it fucking is so emotionally devastating to me, and
yeah,
I don't
mhm,
know why. Um, but, like, when Hamnet goes down and he, switches places with his sister and, like, takes her death,
yeah.
um, that is when I start
Oh,
like,
it's
that's when, like, the
that
floodgates
part's
open up, and
devastating.
I'm, like,
Yeah,
distraught,
mhm,
and, like, from there, all the way through, like, um I
the
don't
ending of the
know
movie.
until after William comes back. I'm
Yeah,
just like fucking like shaking, and then the guy yells at the sleeping guy, and then it kind of slaps me back in reality. But
right,
I
right,
was like,
right. Yeah,
Jesus
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
no, it's so
That
brutal when they're like 'cause there's, like, lumps and shit on their their necks and they're laying together. And I mean, they kind of do a good job of Chloe Zhao does a good job of like kind of building up their relationship and their like the twins' relationship. I mean, we go through their birth, and there's all that kind of the trauma that is tied into their birth, and we kind of watch these kids grow up, and then they have this like very traumatic, or he Hamnet has this very traumatic death, but it's a very traumatic experience for everyone involved. And then the fact that Mr. William Shakespeare is not present at the moment, you get the moment where he arrives,
Mhm.
and then it's just that's a whole
Yeah.
nother emotional beat of, and there's a whole nother tie into that where like
And then it adds
And
a,
then
he
and then
a
wasn't
layer
Agnes
there.
is, like,
because
resentful of
There's
him.
so
He's like,
much.
yeah,
yeah, she's, like,
exactly.
resentful of
It's
him.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
really awful.
That whole part made me really sad. And to answer Doug's question about the quote in the
Yeah.
beginning, I just like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm struggling with the fact that we know so much going into the movie, because like some of the stuff in the movie, it just like it feels like it's like so like forcing you and like repeatedly like gesturing at like emotions that are going to come up, like, you know what I mean, like conversations in the movie are just like different when you know the whole time that he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Because like that, you know what I mean, and it feels like it's like really working by like doing stuff like that that's just like so obvious. It's like using the quote and then like using the, like using Hamlet and at the end and stuff like that, like. But I don't know how much of that is like the movie and how much of it is just that like we know the story of the movie already, like going into it.
Mhm.
I don't like.
Yeah, I wasn't really
That makes it like a
bothered,
little bit
especially I wasn't
tricky.
really bothered by the title thing. I was like, "Oh, that's silly, I guess," but, like, also it's like, that's something that's not gonna really, like, bother me entirely. Like, I was like, "It's somebody needed that." Somebody else
Sure.
needed that. I wasn't
Yeah, someone in the theater
that
needed
wasn't
to
for
that
me,
quote, yeah.
but, I'm knocking points off for the Hamnet is Hamlet thing.
Yeah. That's fair. I don't know. I definitely, it does feel like a little bit dumb because the movie just like, I don't know, it just like really explicitly explains it at the end, so I feel like
It
you
is
don't need the
not
It's
quote.
not
that's
needed
the
at
thing.
all. It's not.
The movie is so everything about the film is really loud and big and obvious, right?
Yeah.
And that's just the nature of the film, and some people could have problems with that or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like everything in the film that like makes it just like a tad, like every decision that makes it like even a tad more obvious, it's like, okay,
Can I say something that
like,
might be
yeah.
annoying? It feels like a
Hmm.
Spielberg note.
Oh, because he's a
He
producer,
Yeah, it
right?
feels like he
Yeah.
was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
let's just throw." But, like, I don't know, it does feel
Yeah.
like it feels like a studio note of, like,
Mhm.
people would, like, really I think they're gonna, because as, like, a studio, you don't want people to be, like, come out of the movie, like, a little confused.
Right.
And I think, like, 99% of people, I would assume, watch the movie and pick up when they're like, "It's our son's name on the pamphlet," sort of thing. I think they get
Sure.
it, but, like, it feels like a very studio, like, if you just, like, kinda throw, because it's as a filmmaker, I feel like it's like, okay, whatever. It's not even in the movie, really. It's like the fucking opening. It doesn't even, like, really happen, and, it's so removed from the picture. As in, like, not like there's, like, a in the middle of the movie, it takes a break and be like, "Okay, guys, like, it's before the action," so I don't know. It does feel like a studio note, but also it's removed enough from the movie that I don't really care.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's talk about just like some of the everything we have to mention just generally. We've talked about Jesse Buckley and Paul Mescal a good amount. You guys want to bring up some of the rest of the cast?
Oh yeah, I want to like Noah Jupe, um, already like a big child actor.
Yes. Yeah.
This
Like the
guy's this
biggest.
guy's gonna
Yeah.
be like the biggest
Like the real
fucking
Which
deal.
movie star in
which
the
Jupe
world.
Yeah.
is that?
He plays
That's the
Hamlet.
older one.
He
Oh, okay,
plays
okay, okay.
Hamlet in the stage play
Yeah, he
at
does.
the
He
Yes.
end.
does a really good
Yeah.
job.
He like steals the movie to me.
Oh, interesting.
Because I thought that Jacoby, his little brother, was
Little
like terrific
Jacoby.
the whole movie, and then Noah shows up at the end and like, yeah, and does Hamlet, and I'm like, man, this kid could fucking, he's what, 20 years old now, he could
Yeah.
fucking act,
Interesting.
dude. Like, and he's, like Doug said, I mean, he's
He
just a
has a
very
crazy
prominent child
filmography.
actor. Like,
No, yeah.
yeah, for
He's
somebody as young as him, like that's
he's
it's
gonna be like
incredible.
he's gonna be so big, bro. He's gonna be
Interesting.
so big.
Yeah, because they haven't even begun to like put him in the roles that a lot of like actors in their 20s right now are getting. Like it's like
Yeah.
he is already kind of
Also,
like
think about like
similarly famous to them before he even starts getting roles where he gets to
No, he's really not
do
leading
that
things,
stuff.
right? Like,
think
Yeah.
about how much you fucking learn on the set as a young person. You learn on the set of a movie like Hamnet too, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like you're around fucking Paul Mescal and Jesse
whoa,
Buckley like acting
Yes.
against them. Like I
And
don't
Chloe
know.
Zhao's directing
Yeah,
you.
and Chloe Zhao's
Yeah.
directing you. Yeah, like
Yeah. Uh
what the heck?
Not yeah, I mean, he's worked with some excuse me, some insane actors.
yeah.
Um like he's been on set with Matt Damon and Christian Bale for Ford v
Oh
Ferrari.
yeah, he
He
was like, I
did
mean, he was with like fucking Shia
he did
LaBeouf.
two, yes, he did two Quiet Place movies and was with Emily
I
Blunt and
wonder what he
Cillian
learned from that.
Murphy. Like uh I don't know, he's worked with Benicio del Toro, Don Cheadle, like this I mean
I mean,
it's like a
Sam
pretty
Worthington,
yeah, I don't know. For somebody who's 20 years old, like
Nick
that's a lot of
Cage,
experience. Um, Nick Cage, which movie is
The
he in?
Carpenter's Son came out this
the
year.
Jesus
Oh
Devil
yeah. Oh
movie. I
wow.
didn't see it.
He plays
He
Jesus
plays
in The
the
Carpenter's Son.
boy.
Did you watch it?
No,
You didn't
No,
watch
it's
it.
not out yet.
I got I oh, is it not?
No, Tyler saw it at a press reading.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I okay.
do you see?
Or maybe it
I
may it
think it's
might be out,
out.
but
I think it's out.
I don't think I
I
have
could
any
have
proof
sworn I
of
got
it.
like a screening invite like 3 weeks ago, and the date was like a week before the movie's release. So
Oh,
I feel like it just
I don't
like
know.
came out in theaters for like a week and then like went to
Release
VOD or
date
something.
Maybe I
November
missed it. I want
14th.
to see it though. I want to
Yeah,
see it
see,
though.
November. Yeah, I had a
Okay.
feeling it like just kind of like barely stayed in theaters, but it looks interesting, kind of. That this is we've gotten off topic to a
No, it's
lot of
fun. It's fine.
movies. But anyway,
But yeah,
yes,
no, he's
I
really good with like the interest. I really am interested in the makeup and the kind of costuming of that sequence because Paul is the ghost and he's very like it's very sloppy and like I don't know. I really like the way that all looks. His blonde hair. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, he's really good and he doesn't have too much to do. But I love seeing Joel Alwyn show up on the big
Oh,
screen. I mean,
I forgot.
he's
Yeah.
very precious.
very
He's
he's very
always
sweet in this movie.
terrific. Um,
He's very good
yeah.
in
I can't
this.
wait for Joel Alwyn to just like be the lead in a movie for a director that we don't even know about yet and just win Best Actor in like 5 years.
Yeah.
50-year-old
Also,
Joe Owen coming for the fucking trophy.
uh name we've yet to mention, Emily Watson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's really
she's
good.
interesting always.
Yeah.
She's got
I
a
mean, yeah, she's just like one of the
particular
great
kind of
actors.
she's very kind of
But
scary in this movie.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
She's like
I
she's like,
felt
"I don't wanna be alone in the
so
room with this woman."
dude, I felt so when speaking of times that made us cry, because for me it's like there's like 8 of them when she like tries to go to the forest and like they keep her in the house.
Oh my goodness.
Up. That
And
was
it's like
fucked
the
Dude,
up.
water's coming in and
yeah, oh my god,
yeah.
man. I was like devastated. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was like horrifying.
Yeah, she's like, "Please
Until
don't."
she wasn't.
No,
She kind of like has a
she
moment
softens.
like later at the end of the movie
Because,
and
like, when we,
but
like, meet her, she's like, "I hate my son, and my son's not marrying this witch," and, like,
Yeah,
I'm
my sense of fucking loser that got like this other loser
No,
knocked up
well,
and we have to deal with it.
I kinda
yeah.
like the way the movie opens because it's like it's very funny because it's like young Shakespeare and his parents are like, "You suck, and you're still here, and we hate you."
It's like Cinderella.
Yeah, it's like and then he,
Right.
like, snaps back at his dad, and he's like, "The only reason I'm doing this job is because you have all these debt." And then his dad gets in a fight with his dad, and it's like it's very hostile, and then but it's funny to be like because at that point, you're not I mean, it doesn't they're not calling him. I think it'd be very funny in a different movie if they're like, William Shakespeare, go to your room. Like, it's like because
Yeah.
it's kind of a vibe that's happening while you're watching it. You're like,
Yeah.
that's William Shakespeare, and his parents are giving that vibe, but because they don't say it, it's not as like that vibe. But
Right.
I think it's a very that's I kind of why that's probably another reason why it's maybe smarter to push that back because if they were calling him William Shakespeare when they were like being kind of abusive parents to him, it would have been a different feel.
Yeah. I also wanted to bring up Lukasz Zal, cinematographer, which I guess you guys are pretty familiar with, right? You've seen The Zone of Interest, and I'm thinking of ending things.
Yeah,
Um,
I know Teague, friend of the pod, he like Cold War is a big one for a lot of people. Like people really like the way that movie looks.
I really like Cold War
yes,
2. He's
and
very
Ida also
talented.
looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is
So
awesome. I haven't seen Loving Vincent. I really want to watch that movie. Um,
It's like not very good.
yeah,
that that's a weird
I've
movie to
heard
be the
that,
DP
but
on.
I was gonna say I don't know what the fuck he did
It
on that
feels
movie.
like it feels
yeah,
like a kind of Deacon's Rango like kind of advisory role more so than like because he's not it's not
right.
really a camera thing.
But he is very talented.
Yeah,
No, yeah, he's very talented.
I
Cold
mean,
War is a very beautiful movie. This movie looks really good. I was thinking this movie is very physical. Hamlet is a very physical film, like the performances and like the filmmaking.
yeah,
It's very much like bodies and a lot of bodies and physical spaces and
yeah,
stuff. And I was thinking, kind of hit me with like how sparse the locations are. The film almost feels a little stage play, like
mhm.
I had
which
this exact thought. I think the production design for this movie is like awesome. Like I think this should again. We're not gonna have like a full Oscars conversation this pod because we've done it the past 2 weeks, but I think it should be like a real contender, and I don't. It's not going to be. Um,
Ooh,
but I really
that
like the sets in this movie.
yeah, it's really. I mean I know. I mean, I don't know. You can't really call it. It's more of like some location stuff that's really interesting as well. Like not less,
Sure.
but like I mean the theater and the houses that we spent a lot of time in are really interesting. I think
Yeah.
the attic is something that kind of immediately comes out of
Hmm.
me, like where Willie Shakes is fucking writing his things and flipping the fuck out, and
well, and then
it's very like kind of dark, and the way the lighting is kind of in that.
Yeah.
really long takes. I mean, it's a very much a performance movie,
Mhm.
where it's kind of like setting up the locations and stuff, and then kind of like sitting back and letting our actors do a lot of
Yeah, yeah,
acting.
and I mean
I like
when you have
in this.
these guys,
Yeah,
it's like
no, yeah.
let them cook.
Yeah.
Um, so
Here's one more name we have to mention before we wrap up on this movie. Max Richter.
Oh yes, thank you. That's good to mention.
who?
People have some problems with that. He's the music. Who did the music? The
Oh,
Yeah,
score.
come on. You don't know On the Nature of Daylight?
Yeah, Nature of
no, I
Daylight is
don't
the.
know what that is.
Well, it's in the movie.
It's in the movie. It's the last song that plays in the
It's like
movie.
it's this he's like as a composer, it's like the most famous song he composed,
Oh,
and they just dropped that
And
shit in this
it's
they
movie.
been
really?
used in like 25 movies.
Do
Yeah.
Yeah,
they?
it's a very emotional piece. It's a great piece. It's a very emotional piece.
Oh,
Yes,
It's but
I to be yeah, I'm not gonna be a critic. I love it, but
okay.
like a
it's
lot of
very
people do.
obvious.
Yes, a lot
Yeah,
of people do not like it in this movie.
Oh,
Um, for Owen and everybody else, it plays at the end of the movie.
yeah. It is
Um, at the
Max
very end of
Richter.
the movie.
Max Richter, I would say is um especially in his work in this movie, it is very obvious music composition in terms of like it's really holding your hand here with kind of telling
Yeah,
you like the
but
kinds of
so is the rest of the
emotions.
movie, like we were
Yeah.
saying. Um,
Um but I think it works because the movie is so obvious. Yeah.
yes,
Like the
and
movie's
honestly,
not
like
subtle at
I
all.
just, I don't know. I feel crazy because I could definitely see why people would watch the end of the movie and be like, that is such a like blatantly bad use of that song.
mm.
But man, I don't give a fuck. Like it's like I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm crying watching like F1 TikTok edits
Oh
recently,
my.
you know? Like it's like
Okay.
I
Would you
like
have
if
like a
you're
hormonal imbalance? Like what's going on with you?
I'm just saying, it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's like if
Hey,
you're showing me
check
like
on your
if you're
funny
showing me
friends,
like
guys.
you know what I mean? Like I'll be watching like videos of Chris Paul getting kicked off the
Oh yeah,
Clippers
that's
like
us.
to an Adele song. You know what I mean? So like if you're gonna use On the Nature of
Yeah.
Daylight in a movie like this,
Yeah,
like
I mean, it's such a I
I
think
don't
it's a
it's
powerful
fine.
ending to it.
It's I like I thought the ending was so good. I mean, I
Oh
really
man,
just
it's
think the
like
ending is kind of just
this
like
like
the
art is
best part of the
powerful as fuck.
movie.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah,
exactly. Like
that's
it was
really what
literally
it
just
is.
like the
Yeah.
power of art. Yeah. I
It's
was like, which
well,
is
it's also
It's
corny.
like
It's
the
like, but
end of
it's
Jay Kelly.
it's very well, it's very similar to sentimental value. Where
yeah.
it's like
This is
this
the
artist
fucking
that doesn't know how
the
to
holy
communicate.
trinity.
Yeah, this artist doesn't know how to
Fucking
communicate
JK.
with like their family member,
Yes.
communicating through their art
Oh man.
Yeah.
and like
Man,
understanding
what
each
a
other
triple
more.
feature, dude. We should do a triple feature
Yeah.
commentary, like an 8-hour commentary on those 3
I'm
movies.
We
down as
will
fuck.
not make it through that, Viking. You want
First
them
of
to
all,
die.
there's no
They
way.
die.
There's no way. Honestly, we should do a commentary with video for Hamnet so you could see how hard I cried during the fucking
Bro, that sounds
movie.
like the worst thing ever. That sounds like the worst. Who the fuck would want to watch that, bro?
Hey man, there are people.
There are people. We have some sick fans, bro.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Spotify Wrapped. Thank you, everybody.
Oh,
Shout
oh, I
Yeah,
guess this is
we
on
did it.
Spotify. I was like, why the fuck are we talking about Spotify Wrapped?
Yeah, Owen thought you were talking about like your fucking top 5 most listened
I
to
was like,
artists.
talking about
like,
the guy on our Discord that listened to like us for 17,000 minutes or something. That's gangster as
yeah,
hell.
hi dude,
That's
what's up?
sick.
Yeah,
How you doing?
fuck yeah.
I know you're listening
Yeah,
right
we
now.
got
I
the, we
know
got the
you're...
coolest
No,
listeners
I
in
didn't
the
say I
world.
didn't say
I'm
that at
sure.
all. I was saying hi dude because I know he's here. I know he's listening to it.
Is there anything else you guys want to say about Hamnet before we move
I think
on?
it's a really good movie.
I think it's a really good movie. It's not the best movie of all time. It
Yes,
is
okay,
like
sure. I agree
it
with
is a
that.
little gimmicky.
Oh,
It is very like it has the nuance of a fucking sledgehammer, but
hey, man,
sometimes,
sometimes you gotta just get beat.
yeah,
Sometimes you
Yeah,
just,
basically.
sometimes you just
yeah,
need to take that hit and keep
yeah. Take a
moving
beating.
forward.
So the past 2 weeks on the podcast, we've talked in some detail about Oscar chances for the movies that we've been
Yeah.
covering because that's just the time of year it is. Uh, I think because we've talked about those movies in detail for the past 2 weeks, instead of doing a whole
Let's not do
Oscar
that.
segment, I'm just going to ask you guys to do a very simple activity.
Okay.
Okay,
I can do it.
I'm
Okay.
going to take between the last 2 pods and this pod, we have talked about 5 Oscar contenders. I want you guys to rank these 5 movies based on how many Oscars you think they're going to win.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Oh, that's so okay. That's complicated, but okay.
Hamnet, Sentimental Value, Wicked for Good, Train Dreams, and Jay Kelly.
Wait.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck, there's so many movies.
Wait. Hamnet,
Hamnet.
Sentimental Value, Train Dreams, Wicked
Jay
for Good,
Kelly
Jay
and
Kelly.
Wicked for Good.
I need to type these out. Okay.
Yeah, I have to think about that too. Actually,
Hamnet, Sentimental Value, Train Dreams.
Okay, while they're typing those
What is the other
out,
one? Jay
I
Kelly.
will.
Okay.
And also feel free to go even further if you think maybe, for example, one of these movies isn't even going to get nominations.
Oh my god.
You know, because some of
Okay.
these movies are just on
I don't
the
think
on the
Train
bubble.
Dreams. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Actually, probably.
You say like most wins? We're talking about wins.
Unless you think it makes more sense to do most nominations.
Wins is kind of crazy. Nominations, they're different questions, I guess. But that's what
Yeah.
you asked. So you said which one gets the most wins?
I said wins. I said
Okay.
wins because I think that's more interesting. I think it's kind of easy to guess which ones
Okay, I have mine.
will get nominated. You know what I mean?
Okay. Wins.
This is probably wrong.
easy.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Doug types his up. Why don't you go
Wait, he's
first?
gonna
Owen?
steal it.
No, he's not
Is
gonna
he
steal
ready?
it
I'm not gonna
because
steal it.
I don't think. I don't think.
Okay. So Sentimental Value 1.
Oh, okay.
Is that wrong?
Okay. No,
No, it hasn't happened yet. What do you mean? Is that wrong? I don't. The Oscars haven't
Then I
happened.
said Hamnet.
Okay.
And I said Wicked for Good.
Okay.
And I said Jay Kelly.
And then Train Dreams last. Okay, Doug, what's your order?
okay, so I think that Wicked for Good was
Number
one.
Yeah.
Then I think it's Hamnet and then Sentimental Value. And then I think that Jay Kelly and Train Dreams both win 0 Oscars.
Yeah, that's probably. I could see that happening.
I would agree with both of your lists that Jay Kelly and Train Dreams win 0 Oscars. I think there's like
I'm gonna call my fucking shot. Here's exactly all the awards these fucking movies are winning. Okay, Wicked for Good is winning production design, original song, and production design, original song, and can it win score? No. What else? Wait, what else would it be nominated for?
Ariana Grande.
In my head, I was like, it'll probably win 3 Oscars. Oh, and costumes, production design,
yes,
original score, costumes, and maybe makeup. So it's gonna win 3 or 4 Oscars. That's why I said Wicked for Good first. Hamnet is going to win Best Actress, and maybe something else.
But it's worth noting if that's like the one thing that Hamnet wins, Best Actress is between the lead actresses of the two movies, of Hamnet and Sentimental Value.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's like a real coin flip, you
And then I was
know?
gonna say Sentimental Value wins international feature film.
International feature, yes. So I think really the bet is like
Oh
who
yeah.
wins Best Actress, because it's either Sentimental
Yeah.
Value wins international feature and Hamnet wins Best Actress, and then they're tied, or if Renata could win Best Actress, Hamnet gets 0 Oscars in
They
theory.
could win. They
Um,
could win something random.
Yeah, well, they can win something because also like Paul Mescal, like you can't count him out yet.
I guess. I don't know.
You can't. I don't think you can count out cinematography, to be honest.
That's what I'm thinking. Like
Also,
some technical thing.
That I would
I
agree
would say
with.
some
I would
technical
also,
stuff. I feel like.
yeah,
some technical. I think editing.
editing,
Yes,
editing,
Yeah.
is
I
part of
really
the
like it's the
gameplay.
Todd Haynes guy.
Yeah,
It's
adapted
also,
screenplay could also be in play. Like they
I
can
don't know.
win
That's what
any
I'm
of
saying.
it.
It's like
Yeah,
it's number 2. You mentioned Wicked winning costume design.
yeah.
Hamnet is above Wicked,
and they
in
won it.
costume
That would be
They won it
swaggy
last
swag.
year. They won it last
They
year.
should
You know?
win. They should
It's
win.
kind of like if you
Frankenstein
split
is number
the
1,
this big ass movie in
but
two
Hamnet's
and
number
like
2.
giving them an award again seems kind of cheap.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Frankenstein's actually gonna fuck Wicked up. Maybe Wicked isn't gonna win that as many as I thought because Frankenstein's just gonna take all of the like gonna be competitive in all the same
Yeah, it
categories.
just
that
feels
Wicked would
weird
be.
giving them costume back to back when it's the same costumes.
Right, that makes sense.
It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, you know what though? You know what we didn't consider for sentimental value? It is currently number 1 for best original screenplay.
Mm.
So
Okay.
I would say it's a toss up between those two. I think it's possible one of those two movies between Sentimental Value and Hamnet goes home with more Oscars than Wicked for Good. I don't know.
I think it's possible too because I think Wicked
Yeah.
for Good, like all of Wicked for Good's Oscars could just go to Frankenstein,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
every single one. So
Yeah.
And
That'll be
like
interesting
I
to
don't know, I
see.
feel like it's tough because like it felt like even though it still made a lot of money and whatever, I feel like last year just felt like more Wicked Fever. That was the Wicked Fever
Yeah.
kind of
yeah,
thing. And it
yeah.
sounds
The
like
Rotten Tomato score is low on this new one,
is it?
and it was
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
on the first one.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. We'll see.
One last shout I'll make that we just kind of completely glossed over. Number 2 for best director, Chloe Zhao for Hamnet. So
Yeah, but she already
oh
won.
yeah, she already won.
her.
Well, actually, that doesn't mean anything though.
That doesn't
I
matter
don't know. I'm
though.
just saying.
Yeah. I
No, do
don't
you know
know. It doesn't.
Alejandro Inarritu won back to back best directors famously
Yeah, but like, you know,
Yeah,
2 years in a row.
if the thought process is just that like
I'm
the PTA legacy is too strong to like give it to anybody else, I guess. But Chloe Zhao's very like well respected, and if she's number 2 in the race and
Also,
people like Hamnet a lot, like that's
woman, you know what I'm saying?
yes, that's true.
Woke is
no,
back.
expand on that a little bit.
Woke is back. That's me expanding on it. Is that woke is back?
Sure.
Is it?
I mean, it's very likely that she is the only woman nominated in this category, just based on like the current odds, because the next woman after Chloe Zhao in the odds is embarrassingly low.
Ooh.
Not there is none
Oh.
that have a percentage odd. There's
Okay.
only 10 people on the list with like percentage odds,
Mm.
and Chloe Zhao's the only woman. After that, like the only other people way
Like
down the
Catherine
list
Bigelow.
Lynn Ramsey for Die My Love. That's not going to happen. Catherine Bigelow for House of Dynamite. Kelly Reichardt for The Mastermind. Not going to happen. Celine Song for Materialists. Imagine. Anyway, it's worth considering. I'd probably, if I was betting, I might pick Hamnet. I don't know, to get the most Oscars out of those 3. But I think the power of art is gonna really unite voters, you know. But that's true. That's true about sentimental value. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's move on to kind of some news before we wrap up. Want to remind everybody to share some feedback if you like listening to us talk about Hamnet and Jay Kelly. You could like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. You could rate the episode on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and you can follow us at all of the links in the description. Join the Discord. Share with us your Spotify Wrapped if we were on it. The piece of news is one piece of news, and it's if you're a listener of this podcast, then you know what the piece of news is already.
You've been around town recently.
Yeah, if you have been alive in the past week,
You
would
will not
have
be
missed
anymore.
the Netflix acquisition of Warner Bros. So there's, I guess, a million different angles that a conversation about this could take. We won't even explore all of those angles right now, I don't think.
Cannot.
But
Well, who's to say? Who's to say?
But
We
what
cannot explore every angle.
what is the
Uh,
okay, now that
Um,
we've had a couple days now that we've had a couple days to think about this, what is the, like, aspect of this story that is, has been most on your mind
I want to
since
explain
pain.
to the listener how we got here
Okay, yeah. Please do.
because
It is interesting.
uh s- because I don't think people understand. I think the reason why Warner Brothers is being sold is lost on people. It's not like the shit does not happen like out of thin air, you know? It's not like Netflix just randomly was like, "Hey, yeah, we'll spend, $70 billion to acquire Warner Brothers." And they're like, "Chill," you know.
Yeah.
The Warner Brothers had to sell. Um and the reason why is that Warner Brothers used to be owned by AT&T,
Mhm.
but they wanted to get out of the entertainment industry because the entertainment industry was becoming more competitive, and streaming was tough, and Netflix and Disney were like big bulldogs in a fight, and AT&T didn't want to fight the bulldogs. So they AT&T sold Warner Brothers to Discovery, and the CEO of Discovery is David Zaslav, who's an evil ghoul. And David Zaslav, he thought that Discovery as like a really successful business in making reality television shows. So in David Zaslav's mind, he was like, "Oh, if we buy Warner Brothers, we can make like a media empire. We can combine like the quality scripted content of Warner Brothers with our really successful reality television, make it like an empire." That was his head. So they took out a $55 billion loan
Yeah.
to buy Warner Brothers, and that's basically why they have to sell again now, because they took out a $55 billion loan, bought Warner Brothers, merged Warner Brothers and Discovery into one company, uh, they're working against this loan. David Zaslav was a terrible fucking CEO, ran the company really poorly, as we could just like as we people that just follow the industry broadly just like know this, right? Just really ran the company super poorly, fucking sucks dick. Actually so evil. David Zaslav is the most evil person of this whole equation, which is crazy, but like so
Yeah.
evil.
But
And Warner Brothers.
still, like, somehow, despite his evilness, like, good movies were being made. There was
Yeah.
good movies that still came out of this, which is, like, kind
Yes.
of something where it's like, it was bad, and it has been bad for a while,
Well,
but
One Battle
we
After Another and
still, like,
Sinners and
it
yeah.
this
Yeah,
like,
they were having a
somehow
legendary year.
it's very bizarre because there's, like, I mean, it's they have this
And
anti-Warner Brothers
Oppenheimer
thing,
happened under David
and it was
Zaslav
like
too.
but still, like, we talk about Disney and Netflix and all these other but, like and Warner Brothers was bad, but, like, we still were getting some good stuff there like, it was a model where, like, if you could go there, you could
Yeah.
still have a chance to make a good movie. Where some of the
Yeah,
other
I mean,
places, it feels
like
like
Tom Cruise just signed the
yeah, Tom
exclusivity
and
deal.
I
Yeah,
think Timothy Chalamet had something with them too, I feel like. They're like it was
yeah.
like it felt like there were still possibilities of good things, and
They were competitive in the marketplace of ideas in the film industry. Like they were a competitive studio to go to, between them, Disney and Universal, right? But Warner Brothers was not making enough money at the the interest payments on the $55 billion loan that David Zaslav took out to buy Warner Brothers were too high, and they were barely making enough money just to pay off the interest on the loan, let alone pay down the interest, the loan itself. So then the board pushed uh, another sell, but this time it's like everything. It's like Warner Brothers Discovery, like all everything was up for sale.
yeah.
Um, but the only thing is like they weren't selling IP, right? If you wanted to come in and say like, "Hey, we want to buy Harry Potter," they were like, "No, you have to buy the whole company. You can't,
They were, like,
you can't
selling,
just
like,
like."
music and stuff, like, it was, like, very weird, like, people like, "What?" I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, you can they're doing a yard sale for a bit.
Yeah, but it's like because they understand like the valuable stuff that is like worth a lot of money is like the intellectual property,
Yeah.
like they have crazy, like the Matrix, like yeah, it's like crazy. They have so much fucking shit that is super valuable, and it's like if you
Yeah,
want
maybe
that, you
they
have to.
coulda used some of that before.
Yes. But the whole thing was like if you want that, you have to buy everything. You have to buy our company and take on our debt. Um, so and the thought around town, like the thought was, it was going to be Paramount. Paramount wanted to buy it. because Paramount, their offer was for literally everything, including like the TV, like broadcasting. Like, they wanted to buy like CNN and shit too. Like, they wanted to buy like
Yes.
everything. Um, and uh, and they were very confident that was going to happen because Comcast didn't have enough money to match an offer like that. And the thought was like, oh, Netflix wouldn't want this. Like, this is not like Netflix's business. They're gonna buy Warner Brothers, which makes movies for um
Mm.
like movie theaters. It's like, and it was
Yeah.
like too much. This is like crazy. Netflix isn't in this business. Apparently they are.
Apparently they are.
Because they just came out with this crazy cash offer that Paramount just like couldn't, like, they just couldn't match because they just didn't have the money to match. No, they didn't buy everything. They're not buying like CNN and stuff, but they're
Yeah.
buying Warner Brothers and Discovery, which includes HBO and HBO Max, the streaming service, as well as all
Yeah.
the video game studios and all of their intellectual property. Um, that's the deal. Now, important detail. Okay. This is just important detail. Table Justin, before we even get into the conversation, is this deal. We will not know if this actually happens until third quarter of next year. Into quarter three of next year, we will
Correct.
not know if this deal goes through because it has to go through the FTC,
Yeah.
and if the FTC has to decide whether or not this is a monopoly, it is a monopoly.
Yeah, I mean,
So
Yeah.
it's like,
Spoiler alert.
I don't know. It's
it,
like,
it should get blocked, right? The merger should not go through. The government should step in and stop it because it's like it is a monopoly on streaming services, where it is Netflix buying the Netflix, which is already the number one streaming service in the market, buying the number three streaming service in the market. Um, and which is basically just like killing. It would just kill all competitions in that sector, right? Nobody would be able to compete with them anymore. Um, so that alone should be why it would get blocked by the FTC. Whether or not it does, who's to say? Netflix, though, because there is a conspiracy theory that is saying that like Netflix knows this isn't going to go through, right?
yeah.
And like they just bought it so that Paramount want to buy them. That's like a theory that people have. But Netflix, they part of their deal was that if this doesn't go through and for whatever reason they cannot actually purchase Warner Brothers and acquire this, they will still pay them $6 billion.
Yes.
Even if it doesn't go through, they'll still just give them $6 billion just for the hassle, which is
It's crazy.
that in the
It's a
contract
Just,
yeah.
seems
for
that they
the
are
for the
very confident that this will actually happen.
yeah.
Mhm.
Now let's talk about the world when this happens. What do you guys think? How do you guys think about this? Now that we have those details out of the way.
I didn't know it was the third quarter next year. I think it's interesting
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we have a while before
because it's
Yeah.
like,
we
do
Yeah,
they?
there's a
They're
lot.
not gonna sit on their hands. So then
And
they're gonna keep going.
yeah, they still have
yeah,
to keep
also
running as a
like
business.
they've talked about how like anything in terms of like because people's immediate reactions were kind of like like what are HBO shows going to be like when they get Netflixified and stuff like that, and like all of that is at like minimum 2 to 3 years away. Like if
Mhm.
anything that like something like that is going to
Lots of
happen is not
contracts are
happening. Yes,
still
Yeah, well, that
yes.
was the thing
exactly.
with
So like when you're
the
thinking
actual
about
ones and
like
stuff.
the whatever in your head you're picturing is going to happen,
Yeah.
you're not going to see those effects yet.
Well, and
Like
Warner Brothers also, they're producing like Apple TV Plus originals and stuff. Like Warner Brothers is doing they have a lot of shit going on right now. That's like even beyond the HBO stuff. Like
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
um I guess in terms of like immediate reactions, I don't know. It's hard because like there's like two things that you have to think about, like or like two different like schools of thought, because like on the one end I'm thinking about it in terms of just like a person who cares about like politics and
Yeah.
like money, you know what I mean? It's like I'm thinking about like how bad a monopoly is for people in general. And then there's the aspect of like we're movie lovers and it's like how does
Mhm.
this affect the thing that we love and live and breathe and like our entire lives revolve around.
Yeah.
So that's like it's like complicated because it's like this would be bad for me if it was an industry that I don't invest in as much as I do with movies,
Yeah.
but because it is the industry that takes up my
Yes.
entire life, it ends up becoming extra painful in a way that another industry could not do. Because the thing is like the whole world is falling apart around us. This is
Yep.
like to a lot of other people, this is like almost not news because they're getting bad news every day. But
Yeah.
like to us, it's bad news because this is like
Direct.
the most
It's
directly impactful piece of bad news that we're going to get
yeah.
in
No, it
I was
in a
not
long
normal when
time.
this news came out.
yeah,
Yes, yeah.
I
Doug,
know.
Doug, I think Doug tweeted 400 times in 10 minutes.
It's freaking the fuck
It just
out.
I don't
it
know if that's
it
true. I
just
only saw
makes
you
me
tweet
think
like
of
3
when, the
times.
studios owned all the movie theaters, and then
Mhm.
there was a big lawsuit or, a big court hearing about that, where they were like, "We that actually can't be a thing." Like, they had to stop
Yeah.
doing that because they were like, "Okay, we're gonna" it's like if now they have, like well, they have, like, Netflix theaters now, but it's like, imagine if Netflix owned all the theaters. Which they
Mhm.
wouldn't do this because they don't want to play it, but it's like Netflix only played their movies in all the theaters, and nobody else could have a movie in that. So that's not they can't do that anymore. But like so we there's been the movie industry is so only so young, but I mean it has ran into monopoly issues in the past because it is a big money maker, and the when someone gets I don't know it's tough because again like I said like Warner Brothers despite its failures was like a titan of cinema and like something to look they were still making stuff and they've been making stuff for a long, long time. When we talk about IP, it goes back a long time. We're talking about like Casablanca and stuff like that. Like it's a
Yeah.
rich treasure trove of like history. And there's a bunch of stuff that's being talked about right now about Warner Brothers and having a good restoration program and physical media. They're really good at that. So I mean, of course, there's a lot of stuff that they could have been better at, and it wasn't the highest functioning place and as great as we would have liked them to be. I think a lot of that is because it is this kind of big titan of this kind of big budget cinema. It's like it is Hollywood. Warner Brothers is like very like that is
Yeah.
Hollywood. Warner Brothers. And yeah, it's just it kind of feels like
Yeah.
something that should have it's like when someone dies, you're like, "That person should have just been" they feel like that person was meant to
Should
be
have
alive
lived forever.
forever. That's kind of what
Yeah.
Warner Brothers being sold feels like, where
And
it's like, I don't know.
yeah,
But
I
also I
would
just feel like I don't know, it feels like where we need more studios or we need we need something else that can be like the next what is the next Warner Brothers? Because it just feels like is it that or is it not it's
right.
over, right? It's like
It's
Netflix
over.
owns
Yes.
everything and there's nobody coming up from the ashes to be because that just is it's
Right.
not possible. It's we live in a different world that stuff is
It's
Yeah.
literally it's over unless one of the smaller, newer production companies that are so popular, like A24 and Neon, right?
Neon,
yeah.
yeah.
Unless like they have a movie that makes like $2 billion, right?
Yeah.
And they have like one of their
Yeah,
small like
yeah.
unless they have like
Yeah.
a $30 million movie that makes like $2 billion
Right.
and they have like an incredible amount of money, suddenly it's over. Like
Yeah. Um, yeah, and I think also,
A24
uh,
Warner Brothers.
like to Owen's point about how like stuff like this has happened in the past, I feel like I've seen a lot of reactions that have like taken that. I don't know if optimistic is the
No,
right
it's not
word,
even saying you're optimistic,
but
it's
like
just
that,
like
like there are a lot of people who are like, like Hollywood has survived much worse, or like,
yeah.
or even more specifically that like, you know, uh, the future of filmmaking is not necessarily like Hollywood, right? Like a lot of people are like a
Yeah.
lot of people who like just really
I
like
hate that sentiment.
value. Yes,
Yes.
I was gonna say I like a lot of people who are like valuing independent movie, and it's like Owen and I just made an independent movie, right? Like it's like we like obviously we are people who value the idea of like independent cinema.
Yeah.
I like and also on this podcast, I think repeatedly all three of us have kind of been people who very much like will get on here and say like they don't make them like they used to kind of thing. But like it doesn't mean that there's not value in Hollywood filmmaking.
Yeah,
Like and especially that we don't appreciate it. It's like of course we do.
I think also
Yeah.
it's like it's less even about Hollywood filmmaking and more of like the theatrical distribution and like what
Yes.
this will mean
Yes.
because like you can make a movie for $10, but I think a lot of people are this goal is still to play that in the theater and have that kind of
Yes.
experience no matter the budget of the film. And I think this
Right.
is a lot of people are worried maybe less about Warner Brothers itself and more about what Netflix is trying to do. to theatrical
Right, which is
distribution.
like a bigger moral issue, like ethical
Yeah.
issue.
Ted Sarandos, who is the CEO of Netflix, he does not like movie theaters, right?
Yes.
Whether or not like I'm not even saying like individually as a human being, right? That's not, but like as like a business model. In his business opinion, he's so clear about this. He's like, movie theaters do not make any sense. Like he's so clear about this. He's like, movie theaters don't make any sense. And even in the wake of this news about them picking up Warner Brothers, he said, like, yeah, no, Warner Brothers will continue after our acquisition goes through. Warner Brothers and all of their studios will continue to like normal operations for a while, right? It's like we're not going to change. He's like, we're not. Nothing's going to change at first, and that includes obviously like movies playing in theaters, but even in that he can't even finish that thought without then saying, but like, well, we might tweak the like how
Right.
long they're in theaters for, because again, he's like, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for a movie to play in theaters for 45 days. Like he just
Yeah.
like he's so like, it's like that shit should be on streaming. That's like that's how he feels about movies. He's like, movies should just be on streaming. He's like, he's literally, his argument is it's anti-consumer, right? The consumer
Yeah.
wants to watch it at home.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
And
not
I'm
just
just
that, but it's like we have no reason to believe these people either. Like when somebody like that is like, "Oh, we're going to keep playing movies in theaters." It's like what reason exists for us to trust you? Like
it's going to be to fulfill contracts for
yes.
talent, for
Yeah.
actors, because the thing, actors and directors, they want their movies to play in theaters, right? And
Yeah.
they have that shit in their contracts.
Yes.
You know, so
But
it's gonna
Netflix
be until
movies
like that
don't
shit's
even
fulfilled.
play
Yeah.
at chain theater. Like Netflix movies don't play. We're talking about fucking Wake Up Dead Man next week. I can't even see that movie at my local theater. Like I'm watching it at home
Yeah.
Well,
because
yeah,
it's
these would be with like the
like,
Warner Brothers deals, but that's what I'm
of
saying. Like
course,
for
but
the
like, but
new,
but we're talking about the
yeah,
future, right?
Yes.
yeah,
And
for
so
in the
like, who
future though.
knows?
Dune
Like it's like
4
you don't have any commitment. Like it's like
coming
anything
theater.
is on the table. Like
Gareth
No, that's what.
Edwards Dune straight to streaming.
Yeah, yes.
yeah, no,
Yes,
literally,
Gareth
yeah.
Edwards, Dune 4 straight to streaming. And that's another
Oh.
like layer to this.
And they made a $300 million movie that they put on Netflix, like that went
No,
straight
yeah,
to
it's like it
streaming.
doesn't matter.
Like,
Yeah,
It
yeah,
no, it
doesn't
doesn't
matter
matter.
what the movie is.
No, it doesn't. Like Sinners, right? Here's the thing about movies, like Warner Brothers movies, like Sinners and One Battle After Another.
Yeah.
Two of the great Hollywood films of this year, I would say broadly, in terms of that's like people
Yes.
would generally agree with that
Yeah.
statement, right?
yeah. I
Neither
agree.
of those movies would have gotten made under a
Right.
Netflix ownership, Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
They just straight up
But
not
even if they
they
were
either would have
made,
gotten made at
I
Universal or Disney, or they just wouldn't have gotten made at all.
it
Those directors would just not have worked with
The
his leadership.
Irishman didn't play in theaters, right?
It did to get
It did
nominated
like the
for Oscars,
minimum
but it was
Oscar
Yeah.
release.
Well, I was just thinking of like I feel like Sinners and One Battle After Another great movies. I just the cultural relevance of both those movies would be so diminished if that did not get at the like so diminished if they were just like dumped on
Yeah.
streaming.
they played in IMAX, because that's the thing. That's a director thing where like the
Yeah.
director is like, hey, like, can we get this to happen? You know,
Yeah,
what happened
yeah.
with Sinners was like fucking goddamn Ryan Coogler. He wrote this movie, right? And then he was like, okay, I want to make this movie. And he was went around to studios, or maybe he had a deal with Warner Brothers, so he had to do it with Warner Brothers. And he was like, okay, like, can I do this can I shoot this in 70 millimeter?
Yeah.
It's like, can we get the budget for that? It's like, yes, awesome. Can this play in IMAX? Can we get an exclusive IMAX release? And also in 70 millimeter. Like, is that possible?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then that is like, okay, this is how I want the movie to be, right? That doesn't happen under Netflix leadership. Like that shit gets so deprioritized, right? And then
Right.
but like that is part of the movie. That's part of why the movie
Yeah.
has the cultural
Yeah,
like
yeah,
fan base and everything, right?
Yeah.
That's part of the fascination. Is like so like the stuff like that, right?
Hmm.
One battle after another just doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen. Like that, like a risky
Yeah,
movie like that doesn't happen on Netflix. Because not only just like the material is like a little idiosyncratic, but it's also it's shot on VistaVision. They made VistaVision prints, which are a pain in the fucking
Yeah.
ass, just because Paul Thomas Anderson wanted them to,
Yeah.
right? And then also got another like IMAX exclusive window on like like real IMAX prints. That's also a pain in the ass and expensive, and like, but like that shit is like that's part of the whole thing. That shit doesn't happen under Netflix leadership because this shit gets so deprioritized. Those movies do not get made because those directors now have way more friction, and it's way more frustrating. Because Ted Sarandos is telling them like, yeah, I think it's anti-consumer. Actually, I think that like
Yeah.
the content you're trying to make is like a little, the way you're want to presenting it is a little anti-consumer, and like, and then PTA and Ryan Coogler, they don't even want to talk to that guy.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
we're going to talk to Bob Iger, and Bob Iger's going to be like, I don't know. It's tough. It sucks. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This shit sucks. This is not good.
You know what I hated too? This is a little detail, but one thing that I hated so much was in that like that next day. Once Ted Sarandos like kind of like conceded that next day and just like changed his position immediately. When he like the quotes of him, he is like he's using language
Mhm.
from the perspective of a director. Like he's like saying things where he's like, "Oh yeah, they don't like, you know, like the people who grew, not even the people, but he says it like it's himself. Like he's like, "Oh yeah, you grow up dreaming of having your movie playing in theaters. That's not the case anymore." It's like that was never the case for you. Like you're a businessman, dude. Like
Well,
it's like what are you
yeah.
talking about?
The thing,
Like
Ted Sarandos is so interesting because I believe he likes movies, which is great.
sure.
I believe that he likes movies, and I believe that he likes quality movies, right? Like I believe that. Whether or not he thinks that that's like a great business model or whatever, like, but I think that I do think that he probably
Yeah,
does like movies. David
sure.
Zaslav I fucking hate is because he bought Warner Brothers and ran into the fucking ground, and he doesn't even like movies. He fucking like that pisses me off.
Yeah.
I hope David Zaslav fucking dies. He's also David Zaslav is also individually making $500 million from this deal
Yeah.
for running a company into the fucking ground. Whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck David. Whatever. I fucking hate
Yeah.
him. I actually hope he dies. Ted Sarandos, I think actually like likes
I also
movies.
hope he dies. I'll
Yeah,
say it.
fuck
I
Um,
hope he
Ted
dies too.
Sarandos. Everyone can die that's involved in
um,
Yeah.
Ted Sarandos, I think is a little bit. I don't know. He's different because I think that
He's
he
different, but
does.
he should also die.
Yes, yeah, because he likes movies. But I think that
I don't think that
so
saves
it's like
him from
it's more frustrating, right?
Yeah.
Because there are like because he also like gets
Famously,
people,
Adolf Hitler loved movies.
fucking shit, man.
but you know what I mean. So it's like a
Yeah.
filmmaker would come to him. That's what I'm saying. Like I cannot like Sinners and One Battle After Another. I cannot stress this enough. Those movies do not get made in this climate. They just That doesn't happen because Ted Sarandos would push back on a lot of these ideas because like those
Yeah.
movies, there's so much that had to be conceded where like the director just like wanted stuff to happen,
Yeah.
right? They were just
Yeah.
like, I wanted it. Like they wanted stuff that Ted Sarandos would not want to give them, right?
Yeah.
Specifically, that has to do with movie theaters because he just Anyways, I'm talking in
And
circles.
it's like I don't know. It's frustrating too because the when you like when you see people complain about like the consumer wants to go to the movie theater, but there are like they have like complaints that I just like I think are not rooted in the fact that they don't want to like experience seeing a movie in a theater. You know what I mean? Like I think people generally want to experience seeing a movie in a theater, but like a lot of time, like for example, I tweeted about this and all like and I got a lot of engagement on this tweet and a lot of that engagement was I would say 99% of the replies I got that were like disagreeing with me were people just being like movie theaters are too expensive now. Like a family of
Yeah,
four can't go to the movies unless they
popcorn.
spend $150. Like popcorn costs as much as the mortgage on my house. But that doesn't mean they don't like going to the
Yeah,
movies. That means they don't like paying for the
yeah,
movies.
they're just
And
fucking
my perspective, because I thought about the average consumer a lot, my perspective is this, right? I think that it's not about most people not wanting to go to the movies, which I think is a lot of how a lot of people spin it, including Ted Sarandos trying to say like people want to watch movies from their home, right?
Yeah.
I think what's really happening is most people are not excited to watch a movie at all. I think
Yeah.
that's really the cultural shift. For movies that people are excited, like truly excited for, they want to go to the movie, right? Five Nights at
Right.
Freddy's is a great example. People are excited about that, you know. There's a big
And they're
like
happy to go to the
built-in,
theater
and they're
to watch
yeah,
it.
happy
Yeah.
to go to the theater to see it. You know,
yeah.
it just has to be something that the person is excited for.
No, because that still is like I think that's the biggest thing. Like if you look at the last few years, um, people are when an event movie can be made out of literally anything. Like
Yes,
we've seen
Yeah.
like the most random shit be turned into an event movie that people are coming out, going to see it's a successful movie, whether it's Five Nights at Freddy's or Barbie or One Battle After Another or
Hmm.
the fucking Minions movie or something. Like it's like
Bro,
Yeah.
but people are
the Minecraft
but Minecraft
movie?
movie, like it still is possible and evident that like if it is an event, like people are showing up and going to the theater. It
Yeah.
like in a way that like showcases that it is still a thing that people will go do if they like feel like they want to
Yeah.
do that. Like or it's a movie that they care enough to do that for.
And but just to not carry this conversation on forever, the tweet that I was referencing made a point that I think is the thing that's been on my mind the most, which is that like I think that the most like depressing doomer thing about this is just a thing that ties into like all of the bad news around us, which is that I do not like how hard everything that exists is is in service of isolating us
Yeah.
and making people not humans anymore.
Mhm.
And that to me is this like somebody quote tweeted my tweet and was like, oh, this is just like
They were
this
bullet
pissed
they
me off.
bully you.
This tweet got this just pissed me off so much. So, someone quote tweeted my tweet and was like, white people have the weirdest principle. And I was like, bro, what are you talking? The principles in
White
mine
people
are
love
literally
hanging
like
out.
me being that, like saying that it's bad to get rid of movie theaters because we shouldn't be alienated. How is that?
White people are
That is like that
crazy,
should be a
bro.
universally agreed upon idea.
That's a race
Like that
thing.
should, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's the death of third spaces, like third
yes, and
places.
I think that
Yeah.
is like so bad. Like it's like people are not fucking like we need to be normal,
That's
dude. Like we need
no
to
one liked that guy's
we need to
tweet.
be in places with
Wait, the
people
guy is white.
physically. Like it's so bad. Like that is like so scary to me that like you know what I mean? Like that is a possibility that we could get so isolated that people will literally like because already already I do that. Like there are situations in which like I am too anxious to leave my house. And it's like the value of doing it is so immense. Like it is like that is everything. Like that's like why we're alive.
Yeah.
Like that's
Well,
crazy to me
I
that
think
they
it's
would like
interesting that he's saying, like, people can't, like, walk to the cinema because yeah, there are places where people can't walk to it, but, like, especially those places need something like that because, like, when you're in, like, a area where they're more spread out from people, like, you need a place that you can, like, drive to where there's a
yes,
collection of people. Like, that's, like, the place where you need that most. Like, it's less needed in, like, a New York City or something like that where you can, like,
right.
go just walk out, you're seeing all these people. But when you're in, like, uh even like where I'm living right now, where it's like, yeah, all I have to go drive to like be at a place that there's the people where the people are at. And that's like it's
Right.
like that's where you need that most where people
Also,
can't walk to places.
that's also like that proves my point where I'm like everything is in service of that. Like it's like cars do that too. Like cars isolate us
Yeah,
too. Like
yeah,
it's like you're talking about New York. It's like the reason why New York is a community is because they're not all in
yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
cars. Because they have to go out and be around each
yeah.
other. Like everything exists to make us fucking hate each other and
Okay,
be alone. Like
but
it's
you
like that
guys
is
aren't
depressing.
considering. You're not considering about
I'm not
like
considering the consumer.
the consumer and like
Yes.
the watch time and the possible watch hours that
And you gotta think about
that you can
it,
achieve at
two
home.
people, if you think of
Yeah.
every watch as two people, because there's probably like
Listen,
the average out the
listen.
household, then there's like
300 million
a
subscribers on
billion
Netflix,
people
right?
saw Rogue One.
Exactly. 300
Rebel
million
Moon.
subscribers, an average of like people per household. One third of them sit at home and watch Red One, right? Around Christmas time. We're talking about like maybe a billion people watch this movie, right? A billion people didn't see One Battle After Another.
Pelicans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, Doug said he wanted David Zaslav dead and they fucking nuked his internet.
Oh my god. I don't know what
Anyway,
it's. I feel like Jay
there's
Kelly right now. I need
I
a
think we
redo.
will I think we will yeah. Well, I think the world needs a fucking redo, but we will have more conversations about this in the
Yes,
future. And
one.
if you're feeling as bad as we're feeling, then just know you're not alone. And also go outside, go to the movie theater.
Go to
Go
the movie theater.
interact with a stranger, you know? Go enjoy the communal experience of art like they did in Hamnet because who knows
Yes,
how many
go to the
opportunities we
theater and
have.
like start touching it. That's just
Go to the
Yeah.
theater and start
Reach
yelling
out
at
to
the
the
actors
screen.
like they do in Hamnet.
Um,
Yeah.
Anyway, we will wrap up there. Surely we will talk about this again at some point on future
Oh,
episodes, if
yeah,
not
maybe.
multiple future episodes.
If
Next
it's
week, episode
not
145,
too hard to
we will
do.
be talking about Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. So we will
Another
see you
Netflix movie.
later. Another Netflix
We're gonna talk about
movie.
Netflix movies
Goodbye.
every day, every week,
Fuck
forever.
Netflix.
Fuck
This is a
Netflix.
Netflix podcast.